Last time on Just Roll With It, we discovered some sort of strange vault.
As you turn the corner to peek down here, down this area, what you see first is a large vault door that has been opened.
An old adversary returned, so we beat the shit out of him.
As broadcast shatter, as Sark begins falling, he's quickly trying to catch himself. He's trying to grab a hold of his scimitars as they're dangling off his chains. And then the shatter hits. You hear a loud and then Sark goes flying towards one of the cavern walls and just hits it really hard and then starts slowly sliding down it completely lifeless.
Will we beat the shit out of someone new? Or will we shit the beat out of us? Get shit beat up? Find out next time, today, on Just Roll With It, so let's do that!
Where we last left off, as the party made their way to the ancient Durgar ruins where this ancestral warhammer laid in wait, our party approaches, seeing the battalion of dwarves already at the ready. A scouting party comes back from their duties only a few moments after the party arrives, but only one of them return. Covered with battle scars, wounds, beaten and bloody, he crawls his way back out of the caves, mentioning the sights of some blue creature that sounds all too familiar to our band of fools. Accompanied by the captain of this guard, our party makes their way back down into these caves for the first time, to meet face to face once again with an old foe. A blue orc that never seems to just lay down and die. Our party, upon seeing him standing there, waiting, devise a plan, devise a course of action, and they strike.
Yeah, crap time.
They prove successful in one way or another. Through what we can only refer to as trials and tribulations, our party defeats Sark once again. But not before being interrupted, right after Sark falls to the ground lifeless. Clapping echoes from the hallway beyond. You hear the distant footsteps as the boots fall onto the ceramic floor, echoing into this chamber. And you see a face familiar, and a face that's also haunting, especially to the Vengalore brothers. You see your father once more, flesh and blood standing there, smiling maniacally as he analyzes the party. And that is where we last left off.
Question. The elephant. Outside the vault, inside the vault.
The elephant is
I calmed it down.
You did. You calmed it down before it ran out. It is still in the vault, and it's standing here on this platform as well with you. It is calm right now, but you can tell it's still extremely timid. Occasionally, it takes its very large hooves, and it kind of just scrapes them against the ground, and then makes a little stomp. As you can hear very heavy exhales coming from the trunk. So you can tell it's still very on edge, but it's not taking action right now as you have calmed it. Quote unquote calmed it. It still seems very not calm. It's very unnerved.
I'll just put my hand on it and quietly say, "Stay next to me. We'll get you out of here."
It doesn't respond, but you can feel the body shaking a little bit as you put your hand on it. This elephant is very much out of its natural habitat.
Of its elephant.
It's out of it's an elephant out of its element. And let me tell you, it's not enjoying where it's at right now. But as I was saying, Brendan steps forward. He said the single one line that I said before, which I'm pretty sure he just said something like, "It's been far too long," if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And he just smiles, and as his eyes glance over the entire party, and he waits.
Can I kind of like sneak off real quick and dismember the blue orc?
As soon as
You can't do that secretly.
Well, I just want to
in your mind,
like while the attention is there.
Yes.
Just like low key.
Mountain, as you start to lift your right boot to put your foot backwards to start moving, and you see Brendan's eyes immediately jolt and just look at you as soon as you make any form of movement. So you can still move, but you can tell you're not going to be able to do it any way that's stealthily, as he has full awareness of everyone's location right now, as this is a very open room with nowhere to hide.
You know, you also don't have to do it stealthily. You could maintain.
Yeah, you can just go. You can just go and do it if you like.
I'm just gonna like slowly walk and keep that eye contact. Like
he stares at you, just a smirk on his face, just lifted up on one side as he starts stepping back.
I can imagine Mountain going, "Don't mind me."
as Mountain is stepping backwards, does anybody else want to do anything else? Brendan.
Am I still up by the gears all the way up there?
I would say you were probably on your way down if you'd want to be. You can still be up there if you want, but if you want to be down, you can easily be down as well. It's up to you.
I wanted to peek above the gears.
Ooh.
And also, me being up there, am I noticed by Brendan?
Yes.
If I noticed him.
You've definitely noticed him, and you can tell as he walked in, his eyes also averted up to you at one point, so you can tell he's taken notice of where you are and your presence.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just stay next to the elephant and kind of keep an eye on
Okay,
Br'aad.
so I'm letting Velrisa do
So
her
Velrisa,
thing
you
then.
wanted to go up and look above the gears?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that happens, and I'm gonna say this as a warning, before any checks are made, but as you fly up and you begin to put your physical body through one of the holes of the gear to peek through it and see what's up there, you immediately feel a resistance in the air. It's not like a force field or a barrier where it's fully stopping you, but as you're flying, you feel the air get heavier around you, almost like you're being slowed down and stopped as you're going past this gear. Do you wish to continue?
Do I notice anything above me? Like, can I visually?
It's all darkness still. You can't visually see anything until you actually move fully past the shroud of the gear.
I go through.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
13 plus 4, 17.
17. As you breach this weird sort of barrier, this heavy air, and you peek through, the darkness from above the gear, as soon as your head makes contact, the darkness starts to open up slightly. Like almost as you look into it, you can see past where the walls are. It feels like it goes for miles and miles in every direction, this darkness. And you occasionally start to see little these little flurries of light, these little iridescent purple ribbons that start to move through the air, dancing very bizarrely before they twist over themselves and just dissipate as soon as they twist back over. Looking around, looking further into the distance, you can see little speckles that look like stars, small lights off in the distance. And as you stare deeper into them, you start to feel this weird weight coming down towards your chest. And then your head starts to hurt. And in a flash of light, all of a sudden, all the darkness around you turns into this bright white light, and you start to have these thoughts, these running motions going through your head, these trains of thoughts going rapidly through. It's hard to keep an exact, you can't pinpoint each one, but you're seeing these thoughts, you're seeing the creation of time, you're seeing the way each strand ties together and creates these different webs. You see the webs themselves start to form into different shapes, and as the shapes themselves start to fall apart, they create more and more of these bizarre shapes that explode into different colors and lights, and your eyes start to widen and you don't understand any of it. It's confusing. You feel the back of your mind almost start to snap as trying to just understand or obtain all this information of creation and life starts to hurt deeply inside your cranium, and your eyes shut, and as you open them once more, everything's black again, and you have an incredible, incredible headache. As you ponder on nearly everything you just saw, these flashes of visions and these different things, you remember seeing past events. At one point you saw Ungaro, you saw the ruins being flooded. Even further back, you saw your mother and father, the ones you haven't seen in years, the ones that disowned you. You see them sitting there somewhere in a time that you're no longer there, but past your departure. You see them sitting in their lake house happily with their family, but you see other things. You see different parts of life, different strands. You see different countries you've never heard of, people being killed in cold blood on streets you've never seen before. You see all these different parts of time happening all at once, and it becomes almost overbearing. But you manage to, with that wisdom save, not break your own mind. But you feel this sort of uneasiness that you would never want to peek in there again, as all it left you with is more questions and a whole lot of pain inside of your head.
Okay, then I definitely descend.
You can tell almost. Make an Arcana check actually for me, Velrisa, before as you're descending, as you are Control Zing out of that situation.
22.
As you're descending, you understand. You start to think about that feeling, that heaviness as you move through, and you realized it was because you weren't changing a plane of existence you were in, but it's almost like those cogs, that the area between is like a transitioning portal, some sort of doorway into this different realm, this different existence. And you feel oddly more powerful, not necessarily magically, but you feel this energy coursing through you after entering and exiting that area. And you look down and you see the gemstone on your chest begin to glow and vibrate very slightly.
Okay.
You descend back down towards the rest of the party.
Also, is my gemstone continuing to glow and vibrate?
It starts to, after you leave that area, and as you're coming back down, it starts to, you can feel it definitely start to lessen. And then after about 20 seconds or so, it goes back to being fully dark with no motion or anything inside of it.
Where is each person in relation to each other on this thing?
I know that Br'aad was very close to the stairs, because he had just gone up the stairs. I think Velrisa was descending towards a little bit more towards the center, but still almost everybody is towards the side where the stairs are. I remember that. Everybody's on this side of the circle where you guys entered from.
At this point, I mean, who would be close to who?
For sure, I know that Taxi is close to the elephant, and also I think Mountain.
Do we want to just say that we're all kind of regrouped?
Yeah. I would say you guys are all pretty much close together, but if you're asking for who's within 5 feet of you, it would for sure be the elephant and I think Mountain. And as Velrisa comes down, she'd be right beside Mountain, and then Br'aad would be just behind you guys, probably about 7 feet or so. And then Stonen would be there on
like right in
Velrisa's
front of
left.
us.
Yeah, or like right in front of you guys. He'd be more ahead a little bit, but off to your left slightly. So you guys are all pretty much still in like in a decent group, pretty close to each other. Yeah, so Brendan is standing there. He stepped out of the hallway slightly, just standing on the opposite side of this circular platform. As I said, on him you can see the briefcase in his right hand, and it's handcuffed to that right wrist. You can see this pair of almost ethereal handcuffs. They're just basic steel, but you can see the little purple lights and almost this luminescent sort of see-through opacity to parts of the handcuffs, making them look more ethereal or non-existent.
Okay.
But they cuff him to the handle of the briefcase he's holding in his right hand, and he's still wearing that same basic long coat that you recognized him from before.
Okay. So then kind of just, while all the shit with Velrisa is happening and Taxi's comforting the elephant, Stonen just kind of stands there and stares in shock for a second until he finally opens up his mouth. Who are you? Are you Baldwin? Or Alwyn?
That's no way to speak to your father, my boy.
How am I supposed to know you're my father or not?
Of course you know who I am. And you know why I'm here. And then his eyes immediately look past your shoulder, and they make eye contact with Br'aad directly behind you. And his smile widens. His smile widens a little bit more.
What color are his eyes right now?
They're purple.
Yeah.
You can actually, as you look into them, actually, as he makes eye contact with you, they go from being more of an auburn color, and starting from the center of the iris, almost like this purple, like almost like a pluff of smoke starts to fill the pupils and turn them into that purple color as he's staring at you, smiling.
I kind of stand. I take a step more in front of Br'aad.
You're in front of all of us at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost at the top
Well,
of the
now I'm
stairs.
more in front of
Yeah,
Br'aad.
you basically block eye contact with him and Br'aad, stepping in the way of his vision.
Yeah.
And his eyes re-meet with yours.
And what would you want with Br'aad?
What I am looking for is reconciliation. I've had some property damage. Things lost I didn't want to lose.
Is this because I killed him, Stolen? Is this?
I don't really
Mountain.
know.
At this point, you make your way off to the bottom of the stairs, and you turn and you see Sark. Sark's body crumpled against, laying right on the foot of one of the piles of sand, crumpled, laying there, side first, completely lifeless.
just want to cut it up. I just want to cut it up a bunch. I want to go like.
Okay, so you I'm assuming you pull out Flame Tongue.
Yeah.
Okay. You pull out Flame Tongue and you run towards Sark's body and begin to pull it up to start mutilating. And as you do, I need Silnan to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
I
That is
reckon I
good.
didn't
1
want to run. I
second.
wanted to be real nonchalant about
No,
it. but
I'm not saying run, but I didn't mean necessarily run. But like you walk up, you pull out your Flame Tongue, and you go
I
down
wanted to
to
very like
go down for a hack.
casually cut him open.
That's a
and
17,
stuff.
16 plus
17. As Mountain, as you go down to move and cut into the body, I need you to make a Strength saving throw.
Those the things I'm good at, actually.
At the same time, this saving throw is happening for Silnan.
18.
18. That just saves.
Oh, baby.
But what happens is, as you go to pull back, Silnan, as you're looking into the eyes of your father, you begin to hear that voice come out of the back of your mind once more, and you just hear, "Wait, no!" And then you feel a very sharp tearing pain come out of your left shoulder blade.
1. Ow.
You take 3 points of slashing damage as you feel the flesh rip open off your left shoulder blade. Mountain, as your sword comes down, you feel something, without being able to see or anything or like hear anything happen, you feel something tug hard on that arm, but it's not enough. You feel that resistance, but you continue forward with the motion and you chop off the right arm of the corpse. You then after the chop, you look down bizarrely to see what happened, and you once again see nothing on your arm at first. But once you slowly move it to the right, the light coming from above, you see a shimmer of almost like a string going directly into the side of your forearm. And as you follow the string upwards, you see it protruding out of Silnan's back.
Yeah, someone kind of keels over. Ah!
Hey, you stop with that mind magic, Dad.
I don't think it's him.
You want to let go? I kind of gotta.
At this point, the voice comes out of your. At this point, everyone can hear it. It sounds like it's originating from Silnan, his mouth not moving, but you hear the voice protruding from his body. It just goes, "No, it wasn't supposed to happen this quickly." And then you hear like sounds of like almost like lines being tightened, like strings being pulled, and you see Silnan's body start to slowly tighten up around the spine, almost like it's being pulled to the right and curved. And you begin to feel this very sharp, searing pain slowly moving down your back. And then nothing. The pain goes away. The searing burning from your shoulder is gone as well. You feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
Wait, am I still like stiffened up and stuff or no?
No, the stiffen all loosens. You feel better than you've ever felt for a split second, but then that pain starts to come back from the adrenaline. But you feel clear-minded. You feel clarity. You feel more in control than you have in quite some time.
Silnan, are you okay?
Oh, that hurts.
At this point,
My head feels so good though. It's like there's no voices up there.
at this
Is there
point,
still a string from his shoulder blade?
At this point, the string falls loose. It almost you can see it go limp like it's been cut, and it slowly falls down Silnan's side. But then Mountain, as you pull your sword up from that swing, you begin to hear footsteps. It's approaching behind you.
I look behind me.
The fuck is going on,
I'm
dude?
scared.
You turn quickly, but there's no one there. But you hear the voice again, the one that you just heard from Silnan, but it sounds like it's originating directly in front of you to no physical form. It just goes, "I don't like the way you're treating my new body."
Can I cast Fairy Fire?
Go for it.
Okay.
Brendan's just fucking standing there like, where are these guys?
If Br'aad's dad and the creature fail a dexterity saving throw, I think it's supposed to have an outline around them.
It'll
even if they're
light
invisible.
Yeah.
Neither of them fail, however. As you cast Fairy Fire, no
even roll.
No lights go across any bodies in the room that aren't your guys's.
Whoa, I'm glowing.
Interesting.
Cool.
Okay, can I dispel magic then?
Spell magic?
Oh, they're gone now.
Let me.
Weird.
Wait, you're gonna dispel
That was
magic?
strange.
Are you dispelling all your magic? Every bit of magic that you got going on right now?
No.
All
it's
the
just
magic is
one
gone.
creature, one
Yes.
object, or
'Cause I don't-
magical effect within range.
I don't
Okay,
want
what are you targeting then?
The footsteps I heard
Okay, so you're
going towards mountain.
You target towards a mountain. All right. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target's end. Okay, hold on.
So it's 4th or higher. They have to make an ability. Oh, I make.
I
an
think
ability
you have
check.
to roll.
Yeah. Make the ability check for me because it is technically higher than 4th level. What you would be dispelling, if anything.
Okay. It's just non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. That is enough. As you point towards the direction where you think that creature is, and you cast, no form is at all becomes physical. But as you cast it in that direction, who would still be looking at Brendan? I would assume probably Sonnen and Br'aad for sure.
Me, yeah.
I am. Yeah.
As you're both still staring,
I have my
as you're
eyes
both
are
still
locked with them.
staring at Brendan, as you cast that spell over towards that area, Brendan starts to step forward towards the both of you and goes, "Come on now, aren't you going to embrace me?" He starts stepping forward, putting his arms out, and he says, "I'm your father after all." And then he starts to slow down and almost melt like wax towards the ground, falling apart into these strange coagulated liquid piles.
And the invisible voice near mountain demons.
Nothing forms in that area, but as you cast the spell magic, Brendan slowly starts to almost melt like a thick coagulated liquid onto the ground, and then he falls and starts to fall into cracks. The cracks into the podium, he starts to fill them up as his body turns into this strange dark gray liquid. Just right in front of you.
Sylvan, I had so many questions I wanted to ask, and now I am even more traumatized than I was at first.
No, I was targeting the invisible one.
You were, yes. Yes, you were.
Once again watched my father die in front of me, and this time he is melted into wax that is now filling a blood altar. I do not understand what's
Great.
going on, and I'm going to have some deep
Nothing makes any
emotional
sense,
scarring
Br'aad. It's
after
okay.
all of this.
I was gonna say a lot of things just now, but I guess I don't get that chance.
Well, sorry,
Uh-oh.
I apologize. I mean, it wasn't really your dad.
Can
so...
I retcon like while Taxi is casting the spell? Like what Sun would have been saying?
Yeah, what would you have said? Yeah.
1 second. Let me get it back in my head. I'm discombobulated, whatever.
I didn't know he was going to meld.
I don't think any of us did. Connie and I had a whole thing where we talked about what we were going to say to him.
Okay, so yeah, right as the shit goes out of me, I look over to it, invisible steps, whatever. Brandon's my primary focus right now. I look at him and I'm like, listen, I don't know who you think you are or why you think you're gonna be able to lay a finger on Br'aad. You're the one who left us when we were young. You have no right to touch him. What do we owe you, huh? And this is when he starts walking forward and all that.
And then he would start walking
and then
forward,
he starts-
asking for an
Yeah,
Who do you think
fuck
you? What
you.
the fuck?
Oh, shit!
God!
And at this point as well, as the body melts, Mountain, you look back down towards the corpse of the orc, and it begins to pull itself upwards, almost like it's being pulled by strings. It starts to levitate off the ground.
I was going for that. I was going
almost
for that
sternum
one.
first.
We got a thing. We got a thing.
What's going on?
It starts to be. It's not being pulled towards anybody, but it's being pulled towards the center of the podium by these invisible strings, and you hear the voice, the one from Silnan's demon, start to speak, but this time it's echoing through the entire chamber.
Oh no! Oh,
It just
I didn't
goes.
mean to. Oh god!
Why is my dad wax?
You've destroyed my vessel.
Wait, Val, can't you purge it?
Everybody stab
Somebody
it!
do
I pull my
something.
rapier and stab it.
I'll find out which one of you will be the better
I
host.
cast a spell magic on it.
Him.
Okay.
Who do you point at?
I don't know.
I just
Make
pointed,
an
I just
ability
pointed
check.
over at the group, the rest
You,
of you.
you have to make the roll.
Yeah, I know.
once
I
more.
want to turn him into wax too, bro. Fuck it. I got 19.
19.
Yeah.
So are you targeting the corpse?
I'm targeting the large floating thing with all the strings.
I was
yeah.
I was just making sure I knew the exact target. As you're pointing towards it, it's being pulled towards almost like where that ornate gem I spoke of was in the center of the podium. But then it just falls and starts to skid across the ground as you dispel magic. All of the ties being broken from it, it just kind of falls and rolls to the ground limply. At this
Somebody
point,
stab
everybody
it.
needs
No,
to roll
this-
initiative.
With what?
Exactly.
What are we fighting? Oh my god.
Ghost strings, Mountain.
Ghosts!
Hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
What the?
It seems I have
Remember that call we were in an hour yesterday? He's waxed,
Hey, remember how we
bitch.
were in a call
We
for an hour?
got waxed.
It's
I was heavily expecting the two of you to get into a call and start thinking of things you would say to Brendan, just for him to fucking not even be real.
Fuck you, Jared. You made my
you,
dad
Jared.
wax, and that's not cool.
It was all a distraction.
I'm going to eat your face.
Well, it worked.
I got a 24. by the
Fuck
way.
you, it worked.
It did work. Fuck you, Jared.
I mean,
Fuck
honestly,
you,
it didn't
piece
work.
of shit.
I'll be
Fuck
real.
you.
It didn't work at all.
What did?
Because it wasn't supposed to come out that quickly. That he was a fucking illusion. Because Mountain went over and started chopping up the body. Because that was the creature's whole plan. Was he was gonna go literally possess that body where you guys were distracted by his illusion of Brendan. And he went over and just started fucking hacking at it.
The first thing Bisley told me was that he was going to sneak over
Yeah.
and
So
start.
that's the only reason why everything went to shit
it's only
immediately.
because I talked to Charlie, and Charlie was like, you know, it'd be really. funny
I'm not
if
saying
you
it's a
like,
problem.
with
It's
nothing,
good.
Like,
It's a
don't
good
say
thing.
anything.
It's
Just
a
go
good
over and
thing.
just cut him up.
Go chop the
It
fucking
is-
body.
It's
of-
payback for the elephant,
It's
okay?
a good thing.
We
Payback for the
have
elephant.
accidentally foiled all of this creature's plans in the last 2 episodes, just like completely fucking bumbling our way through it.
It's not on
Well,
purpose.
I was trying to get rid of him.
I just thought it'd be funny to be cutting him up while you guys were having a serious conversation.
Accidentally explodes Jeff. No, my master plan. Accidentally waxes our dad. No, my plan.
Just literally fucking. You guys just accidentally foiling
We're just like,
everything.
none of us are like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no, it's
Well, I was
actually
trying to
lovely.
prevent Mountain from being like puppeted by a demon.
Thank
Oh
you.
no, what you did makes
So-
sense. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, everything. I'm not saying it makes
Okay.
sense. Everything
No,
made
everything
sense. It's
makes
just so
sense.
funny that like you guys accidentally discovered the ploy, or like you accidentally stopped the ploy so quickly. Is what I'm
We
saying. That's
bumbled
great.
through it.
So, anyway, 24, very
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Anybody
fine.
else above 20?
I got a 24.
Yeah, I also got a 24
Oh, so
actually.
Stone and Br'aad at once.
High five.
Anything else above a 15? Above 15?
17.
Yeah.
17 for Vel. Anybody else?
13.
All right. Taxi, what did you get?
I rolled a natural 1 and got a 6 total.
6 total, and then you said 13 for Mountain.
Yeah, 13. Sorry.
Nice.
Now, let me see who else. Okay, also the way the captain of the guards here as well, isn't he? Let me get that real quick.
Yeah,
Almost
he
forgot.
is.
And that
He said
Right,
something
yes.
really cool last time.
good. He's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Br'aad, we have the same initiative. We should do a team attack against nothing.
Let's do a team attack.
Against
I'll
nothing.
throw you. I'll turn you into a rat. No, turn into a rat and I'll throw you.
Yeah, put me on your dancing
All right.
rapier.
Up first, top of the round is the Shadow.
Uh-oh.
The fucking what?
As
The shadow.
the body falls to the ground, you all just hear almost this sort of this disgruntled growling coming from the entire room, and then a form starts to emerge, coming out of that gem in the center of the podium. The form looks very familiar to you, Sylvan, at first, as you have seen this creature before, but you and only you have really seen it.
I look at him. You.
Didn't I one time
I
in the
don't-
boat, or was that a different thing?
You didn't see the full. You didn't get a full. I don't think you only saw its back. Really, you only saw parts of it.
Okay, I'm just
But
wondering if it's the same.
It looks very similar.
Yeah.
It's as it comes out,
Okay.
it has this gray, almost hide-like leathery skin. These elongated limbs and arms. You can see the fingers, almost like the length of a dagger. These sharp, pointy fingers with these claws in the end, dripping with blood. The face is entirely featureless. You can see where the cheekbones concave inwards, but where there would be a face or any sort of features, it's all just pulled, rippled skin. And the face is constantly shaking from the base of the neck, almost, and it's blurring the sides of his head as it's shaking in this constant motion.
fucking creepypasta monster.
Pretty much. As it emerges out, its hands rise up, and the claws, you can see these little glistens of string coming off of the claws. As it comes out in this decrepit, weak form, it's still hunched over. It looks almost like it's starved. It's just this decrepit gray being. But as it steps out and you see its form for the first time, its eyes will immediately look towards you, Silnan. And it's going to... It looks towards you, and its right hand, it just flexes the fingers, and you see the strings move through the air with lightning speed towards you, going to lash at your face with these thin, almost like piano wire strings. And that is going to be, yikes, that's definitely going to hit. That is a 26 to hit.
26, that definitely fucking
Yes.
murders me.
Yes. So you're going to take a grand total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dead. I'm dead. Not really.
I would say I would hope not.
Oh, I was like,
As the creature forms and you look face to face with it, once again you feel that dread inside of you as you recognize this creature's form. It looks weak, almost like it's nowhere close to its full power or full potential. But as its right hand flexes with this insane speed, you just feel the lash come across, and everybody, as you look towards Selden, you just see drips of blood coming down his cheek where the very thin cuts have happened.
I kind of like put my hand on my cheek, and like,
The creature just goes, and then it falls to the ground. Its claws almost move through the ground, passing through it thoroughly, and it starts to spider crawl across the ground, moving towards. It's gonna move towards mountain.
oh no.
So moving towards mountain, it's going to actually pass by Velrisa. Velrisa and Br'aad, so both of you guys can get attacks of opportunity if you wish. As it crawls with insane speed across the ground right next, like just almost like it's going about 80 feet in a turn, crawling across the ground. So it's going insanely quick.
Yeah, sure. I'll whistle, which I can't do, and summon my dancing rapier to take a stab at it.
Okay, go for it.
Which is going to be a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. So it's gonna do 8 damage. I think it's piercing damage.
8 piercing?
Yeah, 8
Okay.
piercing damage.
And then Velrisa?
Yeah, I'll swing at it with the Warhammer. 19.
19. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Dude, Velrisa fucks up everything she hits.
3 damage.
Oh, never mind.
I rolled a 1.
The creature crawls across the ground past you. You guys make your strikes. As you pierce into its flesh, you can actually see you're making damage. You watch as you pierce through this gray leathery skin, and this black, thick, tar-like ooze of blood starts to fall out of its side as you make contact with the rapier, Br'aad. It's definitely present, which is something unlike its usual form. It's actually taking damage. It moves past the entire party, moving towards mountain with just an ungodly speed. It pulls its hands out of the ground, does almost this forward rolling thing to kick off its own feet, and it lunges towards your face with its claws out. It's going to make an unarmed strike, and that is going to be 27 to hit. Mr. Mountain.
Doesn't hit. I'm
rolling very high, but only on the rolls to hit right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
that hits.
Yeah, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, bitch.
As it comes across and it just rakes these, as the claws hit your face, you can feel they're not sharp at all. It almost like it punches you with the claws and starts to rake them back as it hits you. They're very dull and not sharp at all, but they're still making contact and damage. And that will end the creature's turn. So up next is going to be Selden and Br'aad at the same time.
Is there anything we can do together?
First thing I want to do is I just want to say to the creature, you're gonna pay for what you did to my brother, and then you'll be like, wow, that's so awesome,
That's so
and then you get a
cool.
bardic inspiration because I didn't know a cooler way to do it.
That's cool. I dig it.
All right, let's figure this out. Are you running the combat timer, Jared?
Yes, it's already on.
Okay, we have 3 minutes. Okay, let's figure it out. What do you got?
Okay, Selden, we've got 6 seconds. What's the plan?
I don't know. Let's figure it out by thinking at each other really loudly.
Whoa. Okay. What can you do? What can you do that's cool?
I can do anything that involves dexterity. Think about it.
Do you want to ride my dancing rapier?
That is exactly what I want to do.
Let's go, bitch! And I'm gonna whistle again. And I want my rapier to fly past my head and slow down in front of Selden a little and try and stab into the creature. Hopefully, while Selden is riding it all cool.
What's
like.
what's the movement speed of the rapier? How far can it move? Just out of curiosity.
The rapier can move
30 feet.
Okay, so so
30 feet.
it can
Is that
easily
far?
it can go up to Selden and then it can move past Selden and see 30 feet.
We were all close together, which is what makes me think.
I'm saying to the because Mountain moved away and it moved to Mountain. It moved past all you guys to Mountain.
How far did Mountain move?
Mountain went down the stairs to the body,
Well, I
which
could
is
I could always move closer to him first and then do that. Whatever works
That's
for
true.
movement wise, because I still have my movement before I move that.
So I think we'll allow it. I think it's a little bit past 30 feet, but fuck it, it's fine.
Fuck it.
Selden, go ahead and make an
Selden
a
just
dexterity
clips
save.
that
Shit, brother!
Dexterity
We're
save
surfing
for sure.
that shit.
Ride those
just
waves.
Dexterity?
Actually, we'll do acrobatics. Do acrobatics instead of dexterity
Okay.
saves. Do acrobatics.
Because that's a really good roll. That's a 26. I do a cool flip and land on it.
you do a flip. You land on it. Fucking treasure planet style with the fucking glider. You put your feet on it, and you kind of bend with it as it's moving, and it dives down towards the creature for a stab. Go ahead and roll a hit with the rapier first for me, Br'aad. And Sonnen, what are you doing?
Yeah, when it gets close, Sonnen kind of jumps off. He has both his returning daggers in his hands. He dropped his rapier or whatever a little bit ago, sure. And he's gonna go for like a 2-stab, like a cross stab, something cool looking.
16 to hit with a rapier, by the way.
Okay.
Also, you have bardic inspiration. Oh, it does?
The 16 misses, sadly.
Okay.
It just misses though. It's very close.
So for one of
Still
mine,
cool.
I got.
You do have a D8 to add,
9.
by the way.
Yeah, I'm adding the D8 to the second one. So 18 plus 9 is 27. Okay, cool. And then the second one is natural 20.
Hell yeah.
That's with my offhand. So cool. I guess we'll take it.
Sick, dude. Not 20 on the offhand.
Yeah, that's fucking perfect.
You don't get to crit your fucking sneak attack. Fuck you, Silman.
That's
cool. You don't get it this time, buddy.
Wait, can't I use my sneak attack on my offhand?
No.
No, I can't.
I don't think so. I think you sneak attack with your first attack.
1 second. Let's look at sneak attack.
I don't know this shit.
Ding, ding,
I would
ding,
check
ding,
real quick,
ding,
but
ding.
I think his sneak attack is your. Unless you can choose. If you can choose, go for
I think
it.
you can choose. You can only use it once per turn.
I think it should be. Because I mean, also mountain's right there, so you have an enemy, you have an ally within 5 feet, so you should be fine. You go for it. You can sneak attack on the offhand.
Cool. Yeah, fuck it. We're doing
you just
it.
you don't get your bonus damage.
That's fine. That's a 4 plus 5, 9 for the main hand.
9. Okay.
8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 10 is 26. Plus 6 is 32. Plus 6 is 38. Plus 4 is 42, and I think one more.
Yeah, you beat
Plus
those
10,
demons.
Plus 52. That's 52 on the second
52?
attack. Yeah, that's without the regular modifier. That's my turn.
52 damage couldn't be me.
Yeah, offhand 52 damage.
Fuck yeah, easy. I should really take fucking dual wielding.
I can't drown my demons. They know how to swim.
They know how to swim. All right, 52 damage. Hold on.
Say anything? Do you say anything cool? Do you say anything cool as you do it?
Do I? God, I don't have any one-liners.
The dancing rapier comes flying in, Sonnen on top of it. Sonnen, as you leap off, the creature is distracted by the rapier. As it turns around, it quickly, using its strings, it actually tries to, it grabs the hilt of the rapier and spins a little bit just to knock it off course and make it spiral away from him. But as he's doing that, he looks up and sees you diving down with both daggers, and you implant them directly around where the collarbones are, and you start to pull down, feeling yourself dislocate the bones from the shoulder blades.
His bones, cool.
As it lets out a very gargly, liquidy scream. It's a loud screech as you stab into it.
I would say something cool, but I really don't have any one-liners in mind right now.
Okay. Well, that ends Sonnen and Br'aad's
You can say
turn.
that as you do it. Yeah, that's it.
I don't have any one-liners.
At this point, after you stab into it, the creature is going to sort of revolt backwards, pulling the daggers back out, and it's going to take its legendary action.
Oh. What am I going to do about this elephant team?
As it pulls out,
Eat it.
It slowly pulls the daggers out of it, looking at you in front of its stone, and the dancing rapier beside it, mountain there as well. It realizes it's surrounded in a very tight space, and it starts to speak this strange incantation under its breath. You just hear this very breathy, dark, and then its body starts to almost like it's being displaced. It starts to move around rapidly in place without actually moving, just sort of like teleporting in place, and then it after images up towards the podium and stands back to where it originally manifested, away from everybody else, and that's going to take its legendary action. So, after that, up next is Velrisa.
Okay,
Velrisa, the creature is back towards the center of the podium, directly in front of you.
Right. Can I identify the creature? Do I know what this creature is?
I need you to make a religion check for me.
13.
13. You don't recognize exactly what this creature is. You haven't done any reading that exactly pinpoints what it is, but the way it moves, the way it appears, you can pinpoint it into a genre, and you can tell that it's some kind of undead, fiendish creature. You can tell it's undead by the way its body looks. It's still currently regenerating from death, so it is considered an undead creature, and you can tell that by looking at it. But its actual origins, you can only assume possibly the Shadowfell, but you don't know for sure.
Okay. I am going to just use Word of Radiance for now.
Okay. What is that? Is that a save?
That's a 16 con save as well.
15.
Okay. That is 14 damage.
14. All right.
And for now, end my turn.
All right. You speak a word of radiance. You can tell that this radiant energy, as it hits the creature, it confirms to you that it is undead by the way it reacts to its leathery, decrepit skin. Up next, after Velrisa, it will be the captain of the guard.
That guy.
Captain of the guard, he's going to still be standing around with the group. He will rush forward towards the creature now that it's by itself in the center. He rushes up with his warhammer and he goes to make a strike on the creature. His first strike missing, his second strike hitting, however. As the second strike hits, you actually, as it slams in, you see the side of the warhammer almost glows for a second, only on the impact though. As it hits the creature, you see almost like a burst of white energy come out of the side of it, and it makes a very light, almost like a thunder, the sound of thunder rippling somewhere in the distance. And that will be the end of the captain's turn as he makes as he enters himself into melee combat with the creature. Up next being Mountain.
All right. How far is the creature from me?
The creature now from you is going to be about 40 feet away. 40 feet away.
I get close to it and do absolutely nothing else because I
Okay,
cannot do anything else.
You get as close as you can with your movement.
Can you lunging attack him or no?
No, that only increased my range by 5 feet.
That wasn't Mountain's turn then? You could, wait, what's your movement speed?
25.
Okay, so I assume you're dashing, right?
I mean, yeah. What does dash do? Does dash make me go faster?
Yeah, so you use your action to dash, so you won't be able to attack this turn, but you'll be able to move 50 feet. So that would get you up to the creature, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else this turn.
I probably just want to get like 10-ish feet away.
Okay. So you could do that with your you have 30 feet of movement, don't you? Or do you have 25?
Yeah, 25.
Okay, that's still fine enough. That'll work. Yeah, you'll be 15 feet away, but the next turn you can just move up 5 feet, so that'll work. That'd be fine.
Okay.
And that ends Mountain's turn then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up next is Taxi, bottom of the round.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
that's
Taxi.
me. Bottom of the round.
All right.
Yeah.
Taxi coughs up blood, and then he looks at the elephant. Don't stay calm. We'll take care of this.
Don't stay calm.
No, stay calm. Shut up. And he extends his arm out towards the creature, and the vines that wrap around his arm will start to swirl and grow, wrap around his fingers, and he'll go, and they'll shoot out towards him. And I'm casting Entangle.
Entangle. Okay, that's a dex save, right?
Yes. No. Strength save.
Strength save. Okay, it will do a strength save, and that is a 12.
Yes! He is restrained, Jared, and I'm clutching the vines and trying to hold him in place. And I look at the elephant and give him a
Is that
thumbs
the
up.
first time that spell has worked?
Yeah, and I'll go cough up more blood because I'm totally dying. Anyways,
All right, so
Any spell works
it makes him
fancy.
restrained, correct?
as he is
exactly what it is.
restrained, yes.
He's restrained. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Will there be anything else for Taxi this turn as you restrain the creature?
I'll just fucking cough up more blood. I'll use
right,
my
cool.
bonus
Sounds
action
good.
to cast Shillelagh on my staff. That's it.
All right. You just tap it on the ground twice, and the vines and the vines sort of grow up the side of it, and then the trees on the top sprout more slightly out the sides. Very cool. Now, before top of the round, the creature is going to use its legendary action to attempt to break this grapple.
This
Really
bitch.
quick. This restraint.
I can't hold it for long.
Because it's what's the exact
I
spell you
believe
used?
you.
Entangled.
Entangled. Okay, so make sure. I think it can make a strength save
It can on its turn.
on its turn. Yeah. So I think on its
Can
legendary
use its action
do
to
that.
make a strength check.
Yes. So it will make a strength check right now.
I can't hold it for very.
I can't hold it any longer.
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Use his action. All right. Cool. So it's going to use his legendary action.
He'll
Attempt
probably
to
break
free the
out,
restraint.
Taxi.
What?
Like, it's okay.
That's a 4. So it does not break
I'm
out.
holding it. Attack it with all
uses-
your
Hold
guns.
it.
His legendary action. It starts to try to pull. It's like
Br'aad.
too strong. Too strong.
Strong? Are you fucking
That's why
kidding me?
Taxi's strong.
The 5K is paying off.
I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm gonna say this creature is not very strong in the strength department, as you can tell by its physical form.
Don't say that. Let us have this.
Something.
Yeah,
I'm not saying to like
Taxi,
stop
you're
Taxi,
so
but like, yeah, just Just as information for the entire party. You guys can tell that as well because you guys know taxi, and it's kind of bizarre to see how much it's struggling against just taxi.
You don't mean that. It's a spell. It's not a fucking much strength test.
Taxi, your brain is so big.
You've got this. All right, so top of the round, it comes back to the creature's turn. It's standing there, the vines wrap around its body, the thorns of them pushing in deeper into its skin. It starts to grip on them, and then as its head turns up again, the shaking stops. And you see this magic starts to form around the forehead, creating this, almost like it's made out of small clouds, this purple eye that emerges from the forehead. And its head starts to slowly look around the battlefield, almost surveying everyone around.
Oh, I hide behind the elephant.
Its vision actually stops near the elephant.
No!
But its head's tilted down. It's not looking at the elephant. As you look behind the elephant, its vision is circled on Hilltree.
No.
I forgot about him.
Nicely. And then
Hilltree, no.
he flexes for a second, and then Hilltree.
Hilltree, no.
Hilltree, standing there, he's looking. He seems very nervous, very timid, as he does during combat. He mostly just hides behind the biggest thing there. So he's currently hiding behind one of the legs of the elephant. As he's gripping onto it slightly, he's shaking a little bit, and then out of nowhere, Hilltree just stops and stands up straight. His eyes glaze over. He starts to wobble in place, and then you see the tumor on his head starts to pulsate and grow slightly bigger, and these purple archonic strands of light and energy start to actually form through them, almost like veins. And Hilltree just goes, ha. And then he just looks up and he makes dead eye contact with Silnan. And just goes, Sanfatai! And a fireball fires from Hilltree's hand, going directly towards Silnan. It's going to also be in the way of Mountain and Velrisa, so all three need to make dexterity saves against a
Silnan
fireball.
just has like, you know that look that Simba has as the stampede is coming down?
Hilltree, no.
Long live the king.
I got a 24.
24, very good.
Yeah, so I dodged completely. I take no damage.
dodge-
Don't
you
ask
take no
how
damage.
I do it.
What is what check is it again?
That's a dexterity save.
All right, 19.
19, Velrisa.
4.
Uh-oh.
But I have hellish resistance, so I take half
That's
damage.
right, yeah.
true.
So yeah, you'll be taking half damage no matter what, because it's fire.
Wait, so if Velrisa passed the throw, would she take no damage?
No,
or would
she
it just
would
be half
she,
of half?
She would take half of half.
Okay.
Which is a fourth.
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Dude, that was math. Holy shit.
Sorry, you just made it a little bit complicated by saying half and half, like it's some goddamn creamer.
It is.
Well, it
Dude,
is.
This is very complicated shit.
In D&D, things don't necessarily double in half the same way, to be fair.
That's
Like
true.
movement speed. Movement speed does not double.
That's true. Yeah, it just doubles the base value.
Yeah, it just adds the base value.
Yeah.
Because if it doubled and doubled, that'd be fucking busted.
Yeah.
I have 80, now I have 160. Anyway, 32. So, Velrisa, you will take the 32 halved, so that would be 16.
Yes.
And then Mountain also takes 16. Mountain and Velrisa both take 16. Yeah, because Mountain passed, yeah.
Yeah, can you explain how Summit dodges for me?
I will say, let me think about this. As the fireball comes rocketing towards you, seeing it come from Hilltree, you out of a pure panic, you look around and seeing nothing for you to actually get any sort of momentum off of. You find no choice. You put one of your legs up near the podium, kick off of it, put your hand on Mountain's shoulder, and use that to launch yourself vertically upwards off of Mountain, just to get high enough to dodge the entire fireball.
You dick.
Mountain says before he's engulfed in flames.
And before he's engulfed in the flames, yes.
So,
Hilltree
Mountain
falls
breaches
backwards
on.
after the fireball fires from Hilltree's left forearm. He just and he falls down onto his ass, like holding on to his arm, and you can see it's actually like singeing down Hilltree's arm. It's like turning black, where it's burning him as well, casting it.
No.
so while the creature is restrained, we all have it.
Wait, so is the creature there still?
Yes, the creature is still there, and it's his turn, and he still is going to attempt now to break out of it with his
Okay.
the last part of
I
his
thought
turn.
he fucking went into Hilltree.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
what
I
I
thought.
thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought
I thought it was
No.
like,
No, he
he just forced Hilltree to do some crazy
looking
shit,
at Hilltree,
basically.
even after he cast it, you can still see Hilltree's eyes are very glazed over, and he seems to be in almost like a trance, as you can see the purple light still moving through the tumor.
So he has two
But the-
actions.
Hilltree, what the hell?
He has he technically has, he doesn't have 2 actions, but he has some, that wasn't technically an action. What just happened?
Bonus?
Technically by the creature sheet. It's a free, no, it's not a free action.
Oh, okay.
It's not
I
a,
know,
it's
it's a boss monster.
can't believe
so
he got
it's a boss monster, so it has special things it can
3
do.
fucking tries after my turn.
Well, he uses legendary action for that one. So, and actually, I think he might. Yeah, he broke it. That's 18.
Oh shit.
That's 18. So he broke it.
I can't hold it
I'm
any
surprised.
longer.
As after, I mean, I would say for Taxi, you look back, seeing Hiltree cast a fireball, and out of that distraction and that shock, the creature is able to pull some of the vines off of itself and release the grasp. It doesn't move or anything though, because
You missed the creature, Hiltree.
How did you do that, Hiltree?
Come on, Hiltree, I thought you
Up
were
next
rich.
will be Sylnan and Br'aad.
Let's just say someone's still midair
Kill Taxi.
at
Kill
the
me.
start of this
I'm
turn.
gonna cast suggestion on Hiltree and say, "Hey, do that again on that guy," and point at the creature.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let's see I'm pretty sure that's fully okay, but I want to double check just to make sure with the effects he's
think
under.
it'd be
But
funny.
I'm almost positive you can do it. I just want to make sure.
It's hilarious.
That was hilarious. It's so funny.
Hiltree will fail. Like he's negative in everything, I think.
So technically, it's a bonus action. Actually, I'm reading that ability. It's a bonus action.
Wait, what's the bonus? What are we looking at right now?
Sorry, what I was saying before, what he just did and then was able to break out again. What he did to Hiltree was a bonus action. So that's why he's able to still use his action. That's him.
It's a fucking wild bonus action.
I know,
actually,
right?
Really?
Well, it's
Like
okay.
Br'aad stuff.
I can't. We're still in combat. I can't explain it. I'll tell you
don't
later.
explain.
Fuck
It's
you.
totally fine.
Fuck
It's
all
totally
of you. I'll
fine.
explain it in a second.
Anyway, I cast a suggestion on Hiltree, and that's what I'm trying to go for.
His arm is singed though.
Also, I say, I clap. I go, "Come on, I really believe in you," and I give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So he gets an extra D8 to do whatever fucking dumbass thing he's about to do.
Okay, so hold on. So you use command, right? Is what you said?
No, I use suggestion.
Suggestion. Okay. Let me make sure I have the right. I have to read all the spells. Very, very, very blatant.
He's making a wisdom save.
Yes, immune to. I'm making sure he's not immune to the effect because he's technically already charmed, and that's what I'm saying. Because when something's charmed, it makes other charm spells work bizarrely against them. So
Do
that's
what's
why
fun, Jared.
I will do what's fun, but I'm
what's
also
fun!
doing what's balanced. So eat my fucking short cock for 1 second while I read this.
My turn was basically omitted.
Make him say, "Fuck, I'm rich," and then blow it up.
All I got to do was run.
I thought I did something. At least you still have a chance.
You can still do
wasted his
stuff.
turn.
Well,
What can I do, Jared?
You can do plenty. Believe in yourself.
Jared, do I get to believe in myself?
Oh, and then
or
he
does
takes
it fail?
22 hit points of my health
Okay,
in one
so
turn, and I
wisdom
die?
save.
Okay,
Wisdom
yeah,
save.
sure.
Okay.
Wisdom save from Hiltree.
Yep.
That's not one.
But that fucking fails. I mean, like,
Hiltree goes. He looks towards the puppet master and then fires one more fireball. This one's sending Hiltree off the platform backwards about 15 feet. Once again, singeing the
so
absolute
proud
hell
of
out of his
you.
arm.
I'm so proud.
Do we need to do
Now,
more
just wait. This
rolls?
is the funnier part about this because I'm pretty. Yeah. It takes no damage from the fireball.
Wait.
Hiltree,
As the fireball hits the enemy, it gets a dexterity save of 24, and it's going to uncanny dodge for the rest of the half damage.
Oh god damn it, it's a rogue.
Can I use
As
lucky
basically-
on it to make it reroll?
Yeah, you can. You can.
I
You fully can
do
do
that.
Okay, I'll re-roll the dex save.
Oh fuck it.
That one's even better.
P.
that one's even better.
Shit. That he pee himself next
He
round.
pisses
That's
himself.
what you gotta do.
So as the fireball flies towards the creature once again just starts displacing, moving very quickly in place, almost like time itself is skipping around it, and it just easily displaces itself through the fireball, landing almost perfectly without moving where it was directly after the fireball passes through.
Okay, that's my turn, by the way.
Okay. So that will
cool.
end Sylnan and Br'aad's turns.
I didn't take my turn.
Still,
no.
still
Oh,
didn't do
sorry,
anything.
correct. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah.
Sylnan, what are you doing?
For sake, let's just say I'm in midair still, and I throw my daggers at him, and then land and do a backwards roll because I'm super fucking cool.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
16
do it.
plus 9 is 25
That
for
hits.
the first one. 12, then I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. Plus
Yay!
3, I don't think that hits.
Fuck.
So 15.
Okay. That misses.
Do I
that
get sneak attack on one of my attacks there?
I don't know if you would because there are no no the captain is still within melee range of it, so yeah, you get sneak attack. Yes.
Okay, that's 3. It's 26.
26 damage in total.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that ends Sonan's turn. All right, so that makes Sonan and Br'aad's turns over. Up next in combat will be Hiltree. Hiltree gets up after falling to the ground, and you can see very visibly on him the charring on that left arm that keeps casting the spells is now moved. You can even see parts of his skin peeling off, revealing the flesh and the raw blood and just organ under all the muscle tissue is starting to come off the peeling
As
skin.
Sunan lands, he looks towards Hiltree and he's like, Hiltree, stop, you're hurting yourself.
Hiltree, as he gets up, he looks down at his own arm, seeing the skin peeling off, but then his eyes just once again look back up and they look directly towards you, Sonan. And then Hiltree pulls out 2 daggers and starts charging towards you.
Oh, man. Hiltree,
Hey,
come on,
by the
this
way,
is
hey
like
Jared,
you.
he still has a D8 to add because he's inspired.
Who is Hiltree?
Hiltree, yep.
You can't. Wait, can you inspire other people who aren't allies?
Well, I inspired him when he shot
Oh,
the
fuck it, that
fireball.
works. That works.
I think it's funny. I just think it's funny.
He technically, yeah, but he technically isn't your ally right now, but it fucking works. It's funny. So let's do it.
Cool.
Thanks, Br'aad.
He is
I'm
going
gonna
to
remind
make.
him.
He's going to make
He's
2
gonna
attacks.
stab me with diseased daggers.
He's going to make 2 attacks towards Silnan. Let me make sure I pull up Hiltree's character sheet so we know exactly what he can do. Where the fuck is Hiltree's
Apparently,
character?
fireball.
Yeah, fireball. I remember reading that one when I had control of him.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It was on the
right?
second page. You didn't see it?
Nah, shit.
You should have turned the page, bro. You should have checked on the back of the character sheet. Then Okay, here we go. So 2 attacks. One of those is a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and the other one is definitely a miss. That is a 13.
Okay.
And
Sun deflects the first one with his boot. Because he's small.
Get stabbed. You've learned well, my son.
You've learned well, Hiltree.
you've learned well. I mean,
This is a bit, right, Hiltree?
Hiltree can't sneak attack on you, obviously. So he's going to just.
Yeah, there's nothing else near me.
Normal stab on you. That is a total of 7 piercing.
Ouch.
As he just stabs the dagger into one of your lower ribs, and he looks up at you after stabbing, and you can see once again his eyes are fully glazed over, his pupils fully dilated, and I see at this point there's almost like a foam coming out of the sides of his mouth as he's clenching his teeth hard. You can actually see like parts of his teeth cracking on the bottom from how hard he's clenching.
Come on, Hiltree. That hurt.
And then up next will be Velrisa. Velrisa's turn.
All right. I'm
What's she
going
going
to cast Turn Undead on the creature.
Turn undead.
Yes. Which is a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save that is going to be pretty good, actually. That is a 24.
Okay, he definitely
Ooh,
passes.
Very sadly. But Velrisa, as you come up, you grab a hold of your holy symbol and you begin speaking the incantations you learned from Onder. As Velrisa speaks, you can actually hear her voice start to almost like it's getting this additional reverb from an unnatural area. The room itself is not giving this sort of bounce back, but her voice begins to echo with almost like a deeper pitch as she speaks out this incantation, and the tolls of bells can be heard in the distance as she's saying it out loud. As you finish the incantation, a flash of bright white light fills the room, but the creature itself does not turn. It does not become frightened.
Okay. Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Taxi. That's 10 health.
You are a goddess that walks the plane.
I flash Taxi with the symbol.
Oh, I was about to say!
I was gonna say.
Gotta get some inspiration for that!
Oh,
I
Wooga!
almost fucking choked.
Yeah, I added the last part for a reason.
Oh,
Here's
Wooga.
some bardic inspiration for you.
All right. So that ends Velrisa's turn.
Yeah.
Up next is the captain. Actually, the creature is going to take a legendary action before the captain's turn, and it's going to make a melee strike onto the captain.
Is it? Never mind. It's not restrained. I forgot.
It's not restrained.
Yeah, it broke out.
It did break out. Which
Third
honestly,
time's
I'm
the
shocked.
charm.
I'm very shocked it did break out. I didn't expect for it to break out anytime soon. It has no strength. It has like no strength at all.
It's literally a phantom. Doesn't have.
It has a +1. It has a
Muscles.
+1 to strength. Literally, I'll say that right now. It has a +1 to strength.
Hey.
I didn't expect it to break out at all.
I burned some of its actions.
You did indeed, which is very good. All right, melee attack on the captain that hits We go and roll the damage.
Is Hiltree still against us at the moment?
Yes, he seems very much. He seems almost like he's in a frenzy. So he's breathing very heavily. There's like this foam and this saliva formulating on his mouth. His teeth are clenching to the point where they're cracking. He's definitely not in his own mental state. You can tell that very easily by looking at him.
He's also right next to me.
Yeah, he's also in combat with Silman.
Yeah, he has stabbed me. He has a knife in my gut.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Oh fuck. Holy shit. Okay.
This poor captain, he didn't know what he was getting into.
As the captain is still in combat with the creature, he goes for one more hammer strike, but before he does, the creature just grabs him by the wrist, and he actually spins around the captain, putting the threads attached to his claws around his neck before he pulls, leaving these very, very deep gashes that wrap around the throat of the captain. Not deep enough to cut any sort of jugular or any dangerous veins or arteries, but it leaves enough just to show a lot of blood trickling down and leave a lot of very thin cuts going down the neck of the captain. And that will end the creature's legendary action, making the captain's turn. The captain will make a melee strike. The captain will miss. He will make his second melee strike. That one will hit. Captain deals damage to the enemy. All right. And then up next will be Mountain.
Mountain time. Okay, how far is he from me now?
Exactly. He's exactly 15 feet away from you.
Yes. All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to run at him, and I want to do a lunging strike and kind of slash at him and keep running past him a little bit.
Okay.
All right. And that is. Do I have to roll right now, or can I just do both the attacks and just explain both attacks at the same time? I also have a question. So I have the thing called, like, it's a great weapon master attack, but I can take 5 off the.
Yes. So so how that works is every time you want to attack using great weapon master, just tell me. Just say something like you'll say, all right, I'm gonna go for a melee attack, and then you'll say this one's great weapon master. You say it before you even roll the die.
Before. Okay.
Yes. You have to say it before you roll the die. Because if not, it is cheating, and I won't let you do it. You have to say it before you even pick up the die to roll it.
I figured as much. All right, but I want to use lunging attack first. For that, and then for my second attack, I kind of want to roll a little bit, like to maybe, I guess, behind him, because I would have run behind him, and then go for a slash that is great weapon master attack.
Okay, let's do the lunging attack without great weapon first.
Okay, that going to be 12.
12 is a miss. As you go to make the lunging attack, the creature just easily once again displaces itself out of the way, leaving this very cold breeze that hits you against the arms as you plunge past where he used to be.
Okay. And then I'll go for the next attack.
All right, this one's still great weapon?
Please. Yeah, this one's
okay.
great weapon.
Go ahead.
Fuck! That's like nothing. That doesn't hit.
Very, very sad.
Okay, well, last turn I did nothing, but this time did nothing.
So you run forward for the lunging attack. As you go to stab forward, the creature just easily displaces itself out of the way. You stumble forward past him, gaining your footing again. You go for a pirouette on your left foot, spinning back around to make that slash towards the lower part of the creature. But it easily steps over that second one, and as it steps over, it just stands beside you, almost crouching down, putting its hand towards your shoulder, and goes, "For a dwarf, you dance like a fairy." And then
I want to stay within 5 feet of this thing.
It stays where it's standing, and up next will be Taxi.
Dispel magic on Hiltree.
Okay, go ahead and make the ability save.
Yes, sir. 21.
21. As you aim it towards Hiltree, do you say anything special as you cast, or are you just casting Dispel magic towards Hiltree?
I pick one of the petals off the top of my staff and just blow it towards him. To drift it off. And
it blows towards the small little. What color is the petal? Are they?
They're pink petals. They're like cherry blossoms on the top.
Cherry blossoms. I was assuming they would be cherry blossoms because I know you.
And I'll just whisper, come back to us.
As the petal of the cherry blossom flows off your breath, it actually lands directly in the back of Hiltree's head. And as he is still, his dagger is still deep inside the lower ribs of Silman, he, oh gods, Silman, oh! And he drops the dagger and starts immediately putting his hands towards the wound, like patting at it, like freaking out.
Oh,
And yeah,
That's good.
you've broken as almost and very audibly almost in the room as that happens. You hear what sounds like just a piece of string being cut by a pair of scissors. Just this loud snip.
Okay.
I don't have any other good bonus actions, so I'll just pet the elephant. Hopefully, it's just letting this happen. Oh, hey, if you want to, stomp on that thing over there, if you can understand, just yeah. Anyways, that's my
Is
turn.
that the best advice in this cave that we've talked about collapsing on us?
Gently. I mean, we're in the vault.
Nice.
It shouldn't collapse in here. We should be fine. But maybe if you feel like helping out.
All right. At the end of Taxi's turn, the creature takes another legendary action. After its grasp on Hilltree is broken, it starts to get very angry to itself, and it mumbles and it goes, "You dare take my puppets from me!" And it's going to go for another melee attack towards the captain.
This poor captain.
It was me, dumb bitch.
The captain's the only one close enough to, except for Mountain.
Well, Mountain's
there now as well, but he still has a very good grip on the captain.
Can't get to me if I social distance.
He's not casting.
Quarantine.
He's not casting a spell when he does this, right? There's no spell involved.
No, there's no spell. He's just making a melee attack now. Actually, he's not doing anything crazy. You're not sure about the whole. You're not sure about the possessive part when he possesses them. You didn't notice anything. I mean, it's obviously magical. Even Mountain would know that from the way that it seems to be charming people. There's something magical about it, but he doesn't seem to be casting any sort of spell. No. But for this,
He is asking for the sake of his mage slayer fee.
Yes,
I'm pretty
yes,
sure.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I know he is. I know he is. That's why I was making sure it's very
stab
clear.
him, bro.
It is not technically a spell, but it would be cool if it was, because that'd be sick. He hits the captain. He hits the captain once, and he hits the captain again. All right, cool. Both
Our
strikes hit him.
captain, dude.
That's going to be a grand total. Look at the damage.
Don't kill this guy, man. He's cool.
As the creature, as it mutters to itself, as I said, it goes, "How dare you take a puppet from me?" And then he puts his left hand on the captain's shoulder. With his right hand, with a single fluent motion, he pulls once more. This time the threads that were around the captain's neck tighten even more, and the captain starts to grab a hold of them, getting choked by them. He just goes, "If you won't be my puppets, then you don't deserve to breathe at all." And then with one final pull on it, the captain, you hear a loud crack, and he just stops. And then he sinks to the floor.
Captain!
Oh shit. Captain, I didn't actually learn his name.
What was his name again?
I'm so sorry.
He did not ask him for his name. That was a lot of... I want you to know, it rolled max on both of those damage dice.
Oh my shit.
It did max damage. I'm not going to say how much, because that's spoiler alert, but it did max damage
so
right there.
Is he like dead or unconscious?
You can't tell from this distance. You're not close enough.
Okay.
What you see though, you hear
Somebody who's closer,
you hear a
I'm
very
close.
loud audible crack, and you just see the captain's body just crumple to the floor. And the crack was
dead?
you can't tell just yet. You'll see on your turn. You can make a medicine check. He's definitely not moving.
If your neck gets snapped,
But-
would you be dead or just unconscious?
Technically not.
Probably dead.
I think I'd live.
The snap of your neck, honestly, actually is not always fatal. Especially in D&D with magical healing, he could be alive. But it's not something anybody can tell without actually investigating closer, because he looks
Hopefully
lifeless.
we have a wheelchair for his paralysis for the
Anyway,
rest of his
after
life.
that, up next will be top of the round, and is once again the shadow creature's turn.
Whale chair?
I said wheelchair.
You said whale chair.
Don't make fun of his
Hopefully we have
accent.
a
He's Canadian.
wheelchair.
Why do you
Fuck
need
you,
whale
I'm
chair?
Canadian.
Have you ever heard him say
Fuck
dagger
off.
either? Like,
Dagger.
Dagger. Yeah, I know he says
Dagger.
dagger, but I've never heard anybody say
Dagger.
whale chair.
it's
I
just
said wheelchair.
He's
Maybe
a-
my Canadian just slipped out for a
you
second.
had a little bit of an inflection, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Here I am thinking we can speed up combat.
Right now we're just talking.
It's
Sorry.
not possible.
Shadow
This is
creature.
important, okay?
Shadow
now
creature's
we talk
turn.
about
Top of the round. Shadow creature's turn. It is going to look across the party once more. This time its eyes are dead set on Br'aad.
Ayo!
I need you to make a
That's
wisdom
not
saving
good.
throw.
Wisdom! Very bad!
What is he gonna do?
Actually, no, I'm sorry.
Bardic
Oh, no, it is
inspiration?
wisdom. It is wisdom. You're right. No, it is wisdom.
Fuck you.
I was right the first time.
12! Is it against being charmed?
Technically, yes.
Hey, I get advantage!
Advantage, yeah.
It doesn't say
not any
anywhere.
better. It's still a 12.
Okay, but it doesn't say anywhere. But I consider this heavily being charmed. I can tell by the way it moves. So I will call
Well,
this
Jared,
charmed.
I
100%.
fail.
I'm sorry to hear that. As once again, this purple eye almost being made of like small clouds ripples across the forehead of the creature. It turns towards Br'aad. Br'aad, as your eyes lock in on the pupil of this magical eye, you feel almost like your vision is being stretched, like everything around you is being elongated as you focus in on it.
Oh,
everything comes close at once, and you feel yourself fumbling. As your eyes open once more, to everybody else as well, you see Br'aad's eyes have been glazed over, and he has this very just hazy, confused look on his face. But to Br'aad, as you open your eyes once more, you look around, you see Sylnan, you see Mountain, you see Velrisa, you see Taxi, but you don't see them as your friends. You don't perceive them as the friends you knew before. It's almost like your memory was gone. When you look at them, you feel seething hatred and anger.
Yeah.
When you see them, you feel as though these are the people who killed your entire family, murdered your friends.
Why'd you kill my entire family?
The audience wants, man.
You feel a deep hatred inside of you that you've never felt towards anybody before. You've never felt a hatred this deep, even towards your own father. All you can think about as you look at them is you want to mutilate them where they stand. You feel nothing but pure aggression.
I'm gonna kick you in your nuts, Mountain. I'm gonna.
And
do I get to choose what I do to them?
well, you now have 10 temp HP.
Oh, okay.
You're given 10 temporary hit points on top of your current ones.
My bloodlust fuels my
and
health.
you see everyone as hostile and as an immediate threat to you that you must kill. You literally see this as fight or flight, and you must kill them so you don't die. You hate them. You feel nothing but seething anger, and you cannot look past that. So up next, it is your turn. It's Br'aad and Sylnan's turns.
I say, Sylnan, what should we do this time?
I like
You don't.
The flying.
Except I don't, and I touch him on the face, and I cast.
I'm pretty far away from
Shit.
you.
Who's closest to me?
Actually, you know what? Just stop right there, Br'aad.
Just tell me who's closest.
Who's closest to you would probably be Taxi.
I'll annihilate them.
I've been by the elephant the entire time.
I'll annihilate
I'm pretty
them.
sure Br'aad's so close to the elephant as well. Because Mountain's up, Velrisa would be close as well, but I think Taxi's closer. Br'aad, let me tell you exactly what you're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Because this is
Br'aad,
how
if
this
you
works.
kill me,
Fuck you! I'll turn you into a fucking chicken and eat you.
As you feel like you're not in control anymore, and you feel your arms moving, and for a second you actually see the strings. You can see the reflection of them as your arms pull up, and you cast Shatter directly in between Taxi and Velrisa at 5th level.
I don't even have a 5th level.
Oh, you have a 5th level? Sorry, 4th
fucking
level.
shirt.
My bad, 4th level. Then you have a 5th level spell left. It'd be at 4th level then. The highest level spell slot you have, you cast Shatter, directed on only Velrisa and Taxi.
What do we do? Okay, boys.
As you hear the voice in the back of your head just go, break their eardrums.
Oh yeah, baby! And I cast Shatter. You guys both have to make Constitution saving throws or take 5d8 thunder damage.
Taxi's gonna die.
Sorry.
What's your DC?
Not. Fuck you.
I got 12.
I'm sure you did. Time to roll for damage, failures.
Dude.
My only friend.
Ooh, this is the highest I've ever rolled.
What about the cakes we baked together?
They didn't even taste good. Anyway, you take 34 thunder damage each.
Wait, how much? It's 5d8, right?
34, 5d8.
So, you see, Taxi look at you in horror, and then fall to the ground.
What's Taxi's max
Unconscious.
HP?
67, and now it is at 0.
Okay.
I dance on his corpse.
It's at -2 right now.
-2, okay. I want to see exactly where you are. Yeah, you drop unconscious. Literally, as you turn to look at Br'aad.
Right now.
I know what I'll say. I look at him. This isn't a funny joke.
As you look at Br'aad, you see his eyes glazed over. You see the look on Broad's face is one you've never seen before. As soon as you lay eyes on it, the first flash in your mind is you see Brendan. The first time you saw him, the look of malice and this look of pure aggression on Broad's face is one you've never seen on his before. And then as his hand just whips up, you feel this sharp ringing in your ears, and you feel almost like liquid falling out the sides, and your head just hits the ceramic of the platform, and you fall unconscious.
Okay. Sylvan turns.
As Taxi falls, Br'aad. Oh, you hear the voice in your head just good.
I still have a bonus action. No, I'm just kidding.
You can at this point that was the only order you were given, so you can do whatever you want on your turn, as long as it's not as long as it's not aiding them, because you still perceive them as hostile.
Who's the closest person to me? I want to cast a stupid curse on someone.
Velrisa would be who's still
Okay.
conscious.
I run over to Velrisa and I slap her in the face and I say, "Your life will be just a stupid blip. This curse will make you constantly slip." And now she's slippery.
What's the save on? What's the save on curse?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. I'm caught up in the moment. Make a wisdom saving throw.
It's a wisdom save for Vel then.
Okay, 22.
Yeah, that saves. You're good.
Okay, so Br'aad just
So
walks
I
up,
don't-
slaps Vel in the face, and says
I
this
just slapped
fucking
you in the face.
and say this random nonsense, and nothing happens.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
It's so great. Okay, so that ending Sonnen and Br'aad's turns up next.
Yeah,
will
and
be-
then he runs
Oh,
away.
you still been gone?
away.
My bad, Sonnen. Go ahead.
You keep forgetting about me.
Just go then. Say what you want to do.
Sylvan stands up. He looks very serious. He pats Hiltree on the head, and he walks towards Br'aad at an average pace. And he just kind of winds up and
You're
snaps the
approaching me.
fuck out of him. I'm gonna try to snap him out of it by
All right.
slapping the fuck
Okay,
out
make
of
a melee,
motion.
make an unarmed strike then towards Br'aad.
That is a big. 1 second. What is it? Plus 5. That is a 18.
You'll never hit me with those stupid.
And how much damage does that do? What's your unarmed strike?
That is a D. Somebody with Velrisa's right next to me.
Can you unarmed? Can you sneak attack on unarmed?
I don't know. It's funny
It's
to me.
finesse technically.
Is your
because I
unarmed
have
finesse?
Tavern.
Oh, then yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, do it. Yeah, then your unarmed finesse. You can sneak attack on
I'm
it.
slapping him really wrong. I'm slapping him really fucking hard. I'm very upset.
Stupid. Understandable. Yeah, sorry about that. This is not the way I expected to use all my spell slots.
11. 15 damage total. Wait.
Okay.
Plus 1, 16.
16
that-
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. with
Okay,
my
so that will
slap.
break your temp HP and take you down by 6. And I need you to
Yeah.
make your con save once more. You reroll your Constitution save.
Was it a con
wait,
save?
I'm sorry, you reroll a con save on it now. Sorry, roll a con save,
Okay.
and that will see if you break out of it or not. My apologies.
7.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No.
It doesn't, but you actually, for a second, you break out of it because of the temp HP being broken, but you are still technically under control.
Oh my gosh, Sylvan, do it again.
The slap brings you back into consciousness for a second, but then you start getting pulled back. And this time, as you're getting pulled back into it, Br'aad, make an Arcana check for me, right before you lose sanity again.
Not 20.
Fucking brilliant. Br'aad, you have not done a lot of studying. Let me tell you, Br'aad is not the kind of man who would do a lot of studying. But you have still the know-how from your arcanic arts. You've done some reading on this and that. You've learned what you can, and one thing you have learned is possession and the way it works. As soon as you start to feel yourself being dragged back in, you realize this isn't just a charming spell. If it was just charming, that slap should have brought you back. You feel yourself being pulled back in, and you realize you're not being charmed but possessed. And you recall in some tome that you read learning about these things during your time as a warlock that if you remain possessed for too long, then you become possessed for good.
Wow. No, but for real, Sylvan, please slap me again.
I just stare at you. There's
also
like
be
a lot of
possessed
disappointment
forever.
in my face.
And
Let's see here. Do I have bonus action? 1 second, sorry.
they're good.
I'm gonna throw my regular daggers at the ghost guy.
Okay, go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
steal your
I'm
pants
just
and
gonna
drink your
slap
blood.
him in the... That's a 2. Did not hit.
It just flies off and clanks against the ground, missing. Very sad. Very, 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 very anticlimactic. But that is okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Up next, then, will be Velrisa, if that ends Sylvan's turn.
Okay,
Yep, that's in.
Say sorry about that.
I quickly look between
Say sorry right now.
I quickly look between the fallen over taxi and the fallen over captain, and I run to taxi and cast a level a level 4 Cure Wounds with Circle of Mortality.
I thought you were going to say, I run over to the captain.
I
look at Taxi. I look at the captain. I run to the captain.
Heavily thought about it.
You are fucked.
Grizz, I'm really sorry about that.
Okay, so that's 4d8 plus 4. 36?
Okay.
You come back. You after your face hits the ground, your eyes slowly open. You've got double vision, but your eyes start to focus once more. And as they do, the ringing in your ears starts to subside from the shatter, and you come back to consciousness. Your ears hurt like hell, and you have stained blood trickling down your fur from your ears.
I was almost free.
Jesus Christ!
I put Taxi back down.
Oh my God, he's a lame horse.
I mean, thank you so much, Velrisa.
He's a lame horse.
Without reacting to that, I turned my head and cast Healing Word on the captain.
Okay, go ahead.
That'll be 16 health.
16 health. Okay. You from this distance can't fully tell whether or not that actually killed him, if he is still conscious or alive, but you see your magic enter the body. So if he is still conscious, you have done the healing.
Okay, and then that'll end my turn.
All right. After that, it's Corona time. Just kidding. It's legendary action time.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
The creature will then shift from where it's standing now, being surrounded, not really, by everyone, but
Not really. It's mostly just mountain.
Just mountain. It sees mountain as a very aggressive threat, and it shifts, and it appears, it displaces itself standing directly behind Br'aad, and just puts its hands on Br'aad's shoulders.
My father. Welcome.
And that will end its legendary action. Up next will be Mountain.
Okay. Okay. So I want to use Commander's Strike to call out to Taxi since he's up now.
I just came back.
And I'd want to say, tangle him up again, and to try and get him to use Entangle. Because we can use spells, right?
Yeah, I allow spells. That's fine.
You said? Yeah, okay.
It didn't work last time. But
Well, we can try again.
I trust your instinct. Oh, and then I just sort of hold my hand out, and the same vine thing happens again. I go, whoop ass.
Okay, and it was a strength save first,
Yes.
right? Just making sure I remembered. That is a grand total of 8.
He fails, and he is restrained.
The vines wrapped very rapidly up his body. He doesn't seem to actually move that much by it. He just still stands where he is with his hands on Br'aad's shoulders. As the vines would restrain him, instead all he does is he just slowly raises his hands up from Br'aad, and you see all the strings of his fingers just being connected like marionette strings all along Br'aad's back and arms.
So, while he's restrained, he attacks at disadvantage, and you have advantage on him.
Okay, so I have advantage on him now.
Yes.
So I'm gonna use a goading attack to get at him. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
She hits. All right,
She
and he's
hit.
gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. That is going to be
Wisdom
a
save.
fucking 9.
He fails. All right, so he
fails.
has disadvantage attacking anybody but me.
Okay.
We are going to let's do some damage out here, boys. 10 slashing, 9 fire, and then 7. So 26 damage in total.
26 damage in total. Very nice.
Yeah, baby.
Very nice. As you're up and you stab into it once again, you make contact. You actually you feel Flame Tongue rake against the back of its spine as you dig downwards, going through the very leathery flesh. As you pull down, the skin comes down almost like very easily filleted with the burning singe of Flame Tongue, and you see this ooze like tarring blood dripping out as well. The creature is looking decently rough. I won't say he's looking. He does not seem to be very close to death, but you can tell you guys have done a lot of damage to it. He is definitely bloodied. We will call this bloodied.
Bloodied. As much bloodied as ghost can be, I guess. Ghost thing, beam, whatever.
I'm just using that term in general just to describe something that looks a little under half. We'll say that, a little under half. Not exactly half, but well under half, enough to not be like rough, but still be pretty well damaged. We'll call it bloodied, so you guys know. Now, moving on from that, that will be the end of Mountain's turn, correct?
Yeah, that'll be the end.
Okay, so up next would be Taxi, but the creature takes its legendary action once more.
Fuck
and
you.
it's going to make a melee strike on Mountain. With it'll be a flat roll, I believe, because it's restrained, but he has a disadvantage. No, it would just be with disadvantage. Disadvantage on Mountain. Very good. Okay, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Damn.
So-
Damn.
With disadvantage.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It rolled a 14 and a 9. So, all right, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the creature just turns around and it goes for a strike on you out of aggression from being restrained and attacked. But that'll be all it does for its legendary action. Up next will be Taxi.
Oh, you son of a bitch! And I look at Br'aad. It's okay. Whew. So
I'll do it 8 more times.
Oh man, we're gonna have a word. And then the vines that I'm holding, I wrap around my forearm, and I want to double my speed, and I want to use it to like pull me towards the big thing. And as I'm being pulled towards it with my staff, I want to come down with like a whack right onto it,
Okay,
right next to Mountain.
got you. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
17.
17 just hits.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Oh Jesus! Who even is that?
Jesus.
Who even is that?
Good gods.
That's 11 damage, and then
By the 9.
I will spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and make your
Flurry of
attack
blows.
on the flurry of blows.
So the first one
Hurry up, blows.
is
It's
17 natural.
It's not funny.
So
I've said
that
it
one,
so many times. It's still not funny.
that one definitely
I
hits.
don't know what you're talking about.
I'll roll the damage on it first. So that is a 8, and I want to do the thing open hand. I want to use my open hand technique to try and knock it prone.
Is that a strength or con save?
Oh, I wasn't even rolling with advantage. It's a strength.
Strength save. Okay. The creature gets a 7.
Okay, so it's prone and restrained, and it can't take reactions until the next end of my next turn.
You come up, you crack the creature with your staff right across the back left shoulder blade. You feel it crack some of the bones, even possibly cracking the entire shoulder blade itself. As the creature turns in retaliation from your strike, you easily take your hand, open palm, and you aim for the chest. As your palm hits against the creature, everyone around you also feels this burst of wind, almost like this air pressure change as you knock into his chest, sending him a decent 5 feet backwards and onto the ground prone, still restrained by your vines from your other hand.
And then my last unarmed attack, I'll just take my foot to be like above my head, and then come down with like a slamming heel slam.
Hell yeah, the fucking moon kick or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. I think that.
Okay, so I rolled a natural 20 just now.
That's pretty hot. Go and roll the damage on that. You guys are fucking this guy up.
I roll 1d4 twice.
Yeah.
It's just 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And then I want to give a fist bump to Mountain and say thank you.
Okay. You come down with that final kick, hitting the creature once more. It's looking quite weak, and it's very, very much trapped currently.
I
in
want the
its
two of
position.
us to just be standing over it with like glowing eyes, and the rest of us is just silhouette. And we have the aura, and we're just like, give us Br'aad back.
Top of the round. After that, top of the round, it is the shadow. The creature is going to.
Try and break out, little piss baby, little bitch boy, little stupid fucking bitch shadow bitch. Come on, try and get out, You're
I'm just-
tied
He's
up.
prone.
I'm
and
just
tied
clutching
up,
it
yeah.
now.
He's going to use because it can still move when it's restrained. I do believe. Actually, I don't know if it can. Does
It
restrained
can't.
make
Its
its
speed
movement
is
speed
0.
zero?
Yep.
0?
It's also prone.
Well, that's what I was asking, because if it's prone, it can get up or not, but it can't if its movement speed 0. That's what I was
It's
asking.
0. Yeah.
So
I
it's
have,
going to
crippled
attempt to break restraints first. That is a
You
21.
little bitch baby.
Oh yeah.
So
So
it
the
breaks the
vines
restraints.
just wither.
The vines, it breaks the vines out. It's going to use half its movement to get up. It gets up from the ground, and it's going to it raises up one of its right hands, or one of its right. It's right hand. It's one of its right hands. It's got two of them.
It grows a second arm.
It's fucking Sark all over again. I was thinking
my
of
God.
Sark. I'm sorry. It raises up its right hand, and as it does, the marionette strings attached to its fingers pull on Br'aad and actually bring Br'aad over to him. And as he does that with his left hand,
boss.
he is going to make.
Can I get a reaction attack on that?
You don't actually, because Br'aad isn't moving on his own accord, so it does not count as opportunity attacks.
Wee!
But with his left hand, he goes for a slash against you, Taxi, with his threads. But with his right hand, you can see as he's pulling Br'aad over, he starts to move his fingers rapidly. And as he does, Br'aad, what weapons does Br'aad have on him? Or does Br'aad have any weapons on him?
I mean, my dancing rapier is somewhere else in the fight right now.
That's what I was thinking.
I have a wand of wonder,
He's not gonna use the wand.
and I mean, I have like daggers and crossbows and stuff, but it's all like all the basic stuff. I don't really use any of it.
Honestly, he's gonna make Br'aad do vicious mockery. So as he spins and he moves his fingers, Br'aad runs up completely off his own accord. You can tell by the way his body is moving, he's being puppeted. But he runs over and just grabs a hold of Taxi. And what does Br'aad say?
Bitch, 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 pee your pants, fuck you, die.
So literally, as your eyes are focused in on this creature, as he's raising up his hand to attack, you see him quickly pull his right. And as you look over to see what his right hand is doing, out of nowhere, Br'aad is up on you with his hands against your shoulders, face to face. Bitch, 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 pee your pants.
I just love it because it's so fucking anti-clever.
So what do I roll?
So that's a wisdom save,
You
I do
take.
believe.
No, hang on. No, he.
When do I? Okay, I need to know.
So you take 4. Wait.
Oh, I just take damage immediately?
No, sorry. You make a wisdom save first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that wrong.
All right, my wisdom save was 16.
16, you failed, I think, right? Isn't your 17?
Yeah,
So he takes 2d4.
Yeah, I already rolled it. So he takes 4
4
psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on the next attack roll you make.
Okay, and then the other guy.
The creature's going to make a strike on you as well with his
Does he
left
have a
hand.
disadvantage on me because of
Disadvantage.
He does
because of
because it's not
mountains?
mountain. Yes. That is going to be a grand total of 19 to hit.
It hits me! How the fuck? It hits me just barely. It just barely hits me.
Because you suck.
Well, he
you
rolled a
suck, and I hate
13,
you.
and then he rolled an 11.
Okay, all right.
And it was plus 8,
It
okay.
hits
Plus
me.
8 to his attack.
It hits
That
me.
is
it
going
hits
to be
me.
a total of 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
The creature does not hit very hard. I don't know if you guys have realized. The creature does not hit that hard.
Yeah.
You really don't. But he does 6
You've just been
bludgeoning.
making other people hit really fucking hard.
That's kind of what he does. It's almost like he was possessing Silman for so long for a reason. It's crazy.
Well, that's crazy.
But that ends his turn, and it
So
will
I
be
have just disadvantage on my next turn or just next attack?
next attack you make.
Next attack.
on anything. Just next attack you make in general. If you make an attack will be disadvantage. But it ends his turn. Up next will be Silman and Br'aad.
So let's go first. Br'aad got to go first. Last 3 times.
Okay,
So
Silman go first. What's Silman want to do?
Someone's gonna try. He's gonna call back his daggers. He's gonna try to cut the marionette strings. Is that possible? Can I try to do
You
that?
can certainly try.
Fuck it, we're going for it. Go on my magical natural 20.
Natural 20, and I'm very sorry to say, but it doesn't do anything.
No!
As you run up. You as you're running towards Br'aad and the creature, you see as he's pulling Br'aad the strings. You see the reflectance of the string. You have it click in your head. You pull out your daggers, it returns. You grab a hold of the string and you go to cut into it. But as you do, the string just bends with the dagger, giving no give at all. As you hack at it over and over again, going for different directions, different angles. It doesn't seem to give at all or cut in any way.
You stupid baby.
You're right, I am stupid.
It was a good thought though. That was a fucking great thought.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled great.
That was a waste of a nat 20. It makes me so sad to see that. I'm so sorry, dog.
That is sad.
I'm so sorry.
That is so sad. I could have stabbed the Shadow Man with the nat 20.
Nat 20.
Can I slap Br'aad again?
Go for it.
Oh, what
I
is
love that that's what you keep
that?
doing with your turn is just bitch slapping your brother.
Slapping Br'aad until he snaps out of it.
I hope so.
that is
I don't really want to get possessed
17.
forever. What'd you get?
12 plus 5.
That hits.
Yes. Br'aad. Slap. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck. What is it? 4 plus 1. 5. No sneak attack this
Okay,
time.
go ahead and make a con save for me, Br'aad.
Okay, hang on. 5 damage. Con save.
Sure.
This time it's with backhand.
Heyo! I got a 16 plus 3. I hope that's enough.
That is
19.
enough. That is enough. As the slap hits you this time, Br'aad, you feel the seething anger still inside you. As Stillen comes up, you don't recognize a brother. You don't recognize a relationship at all. You just see this man approach you and slap you. All you want to do is pull out a weapon and hit him and kill him. Then you realize it's your brother. You realize you start to remember who you are and your relationship to all these people, and all those feelings of aggression immediately drop, and you feel all the strings snip from your back.
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
What did I tell you, Br'aad?
Curses.
No, kill that motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action. I want to fly my dancing rapier over to me, and stab him with the dancing rapier.
Okay.
So let me roll to attack with that.
Yes, sir.
That is a 20, not natural.
That hits.
Cool. So that is a 10 damage from the rapier.
Okay.
And then for my action, I cast heat metal on it.
All right. So the rapier goes in. You cast heat metal. That makes him take a con save, right? For heat metal.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't save.
Doesn't save
I
at
don't
all. It
think-
just does damage.
Yeah.
Get owned.
Double check that.
Unless
for me.
if he's holding or wearing something metal, he has to.
Okay.
But it's
in,
he's
creature,
I
in
fucking
physical
stabbed him
contact,
with
the
it.
object takes 2d8 fire damage. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a really shitty roll, and it takes 5 fire damage.
Oh
5
shit.
fire. Right.
Yeah. That's my turn. That's what I can do.
All right. Br'aad's turn ends. The creature takes a legendary action. Okay, wait. I'm gonna stay around. I just like immediately put your headset back on. The creature, looking pretty damn rough at this point. Both of its hands come up once again. The marionette strings reforming down its finger, down its long, bony, dark claws. As it makes not eye contact, but its face turns towards you, Br'aad. And it goes,
I don't want to go back.
"You could have been mine.
That's okay.
If you want mine, you don't deserve to breathe." And it's going to attempt to strangle you with its cords. I need you to
not
make a
again.
dexterity save
gonna
or a
need to
strength
move on.
save, one of the two.
Probably dexterity. Yeah.
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 That looks like a 2 to me. So a 9 total.
9 total.
My turn hasn't come yet, so he gets benched still.
He's not.
Well, it's a save, so I don't think
he's not making
he.
an attack.
Okay,
He's making a
never mind,
grapple.
never mind, never mind,
technically. So he's not.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I definitely fail.
How much was yours? Was it? Sorry, 12.
It was a 9.
9. Okay, yeah, it does fail.
Yeah.
He's not very
Yeah.
strong, but yeah, that does sadly fail. He literally he turns around Br'aad. He just basically stands behind him, and as he does, he twists his arms around Broad's neck, assuring that the threads are very tight. You can see them glistening off of his rope. You can see them pulling into the skin, making it very tight. You can see all the lines strangling Br'aad. You're not necessarily being choked yet. You can still sort of breathe, but it's very difficult to, and you are currently grappled. That will end its legendary action, making it Velrisa's turn next.
Okay. How close is the captain from me?
From you, you'd have to move probably about 20 feet, 15, 20 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to the captain. And can I check his pulse or see if he's alive or anything?
Yeah. So make a medicine check for me real quick.
That is 18 plus 8, 26.
Easy enough, very simple. You move down, checking the pulse is there. Moving down from that and checking the injuries, you can tell that his neck has been snapped in 3 different locations, causing definitely permanent nerve damage. You feel a pulse and you feel very light breathing. You assume that is purely from the fact you healed him that kept him from dying on the spot from that much nerve damage. But you would assume that it's going to take a lot of regeneration and a lot of recovery to where before he could ever use anything below his neck again. This probably has pinched nearly all nerves to his upper and lower body.
Okay, well, I'll hover over him and cast a cure wounds on his back.
Okay, go ahead.
It's 12.
12, wonderful.
Or no, sorry, 10.
10, okay. Does that end Velrisa's turn?
She is going to She's then going to she's gonna move her 10 extra feet away towards the commotion.
He as you start to get up, the captain speaks very softly. He cannot move his body. He doesn't try to stop you from getting up, but you hear him speak out. He goes, "Oi, my hammer, give it to Mountain."
I like as I'm walking, I glance back, and I pick up the hammer.
Mm-hmm. It's laying down right next to him on the ground.
And I look down and I say, "Boss," and I pick it up and start making my way to Mountain.
He smiles and he Do you speak Dwarvish, Velrisa?
No.
Oh, he smiles. He speaks a pretty decent long line. He says something along the lines of "Dung farhalakta tolka faltaye" under his breath.
Well, I have
it was more like "Dung falakta."
Yeah. I have observant
as he's smiling, and then he closes his eyes and falls unconscious once more.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I toss the hammer to Mountain as a bonus action? Is he within range?
I would say, what was Mountain doing last? Mountain was goading attack. Yeah, but Mountain would be in range and probably he'd see what's happening, so you could toss it to him and Mountain could catch it.
Mountain, here, catch this. I toss the hammer his way.
Okay, make a
What the fuck?
Make a
shit.
roll a d20 and add your strength modifier, Velrisa.
Okay.
Bonk.
17 plus 1, 18.
That's fine. Yeah, it's a pretty nice throw actually. Mountain, do you catch?
No,
Yeah,
just
I mean,
fucking
can I
hits
catch
him.
right now?
Okay, you grab it in your offhand since you're still holding on to Flame Tongue, but you grab it by the handle into your offhand.
I don't even look. I just.
As you hold on to it, you feel something inside you. You feel it's almost like a passion. As you grip a hold of it, you feel this light energy starting from your wrist moving down your forearm. You feel your biceps, both of them flex, and you can feel every single muscle as it's toning. You feel this power, this sort of combat. This almost like it's a feeling of not over ego, but of betterment. You feel stronger than anybody else in this combat right now. You feel like you are top of the chain when it comes to combat as you grip onto that hammer. It gives you almost this boost. It gives you this boost of confidence that you didn't have before. Well, nothing else, but it makes you feel that feeling way heavier. It's a massive boost of confidence as you grip onto it.
That's cool.
And that will be the end of Velrisa's turn, correct? As you move up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then up next will be Mountain.
The fuck! I just got 2 things.
You could
my hands.
you could drop Flame Tongue and put that into your hand. You can two-hand it as well as a Warhammer, so it can be two-handed.
It's a war. Okay, I'm putting the fucking Flame Tongue away.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've done this. And I'm gonna try to bonk.
Okay, let's fucking pull it up really quick. Let me do that.
I'm gonna need.
I got you, buddy. Don't you worry. So it's going to be go ahead and roll to hit. It'll be basic Warhammer to hit for you, which is just you'll have proficiency with a Warhammer for sure. So it's just basic. The same with Flame Tongue. How much it costs for you to swing Flame Tongue? It's the same to hit.
Okay.
Should be at least
25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. It's a D10 plus your strength
Plus my strength.
or whatever it is for your hits. I do believe it's strength for you.
That's the same as Flame Tongue.
It should be the same. It should be the same damage modifier as well for Flame Tongue. They're both the same modifiers. So go ahead and roll that for me. D10 plus that.
Okay, 8
All right.
damage.
All right. As with both hands, you grip onto this Warhammer. As you go to swing down, you begin to hear chanting in the back of your mind. But it's in Dwarvish, so you don't understand any of it. But you hear the sound of many deep voices all together in unison chanting something. It sounds like it doesn't sound like Ooga Chaka. It sounds like the chanting of an army. It sounds like soldiers in battle marching and chanting along. As you swing the hammer down, you feel the energy begin to crackle out of the sides of it like a storm brewing from within the hammer itself. And as it slams down onto the creature, this soaring white light punctuates itself through the sky once more, through the entire air, blinding nearly everybody, as the crack of thunder can be heard like a whip, cracking through the air, breaking the silence. That is going to deal an additional 3d6. Roll that for me right now.
3d6.
Holy shit!
That's 4, 6, 1, 11.
11? Okay, so that brings the damage total up to 19 for that round.
You
made me
know that
Thor?
ain't all the attacks you got,
It
brother!
is not.
Did you just make me Thor? Am I Thor now?
As that slams in, all that chanting, all comes into one,
your
almost
name,
like a
dude?
hoorah as you slam in. They all make a one loud guttural whoo together in unison as it slams into the creature. You feel bones shatter. You feel the skin indent, the bruising happening. You feel powerful as you hold on to this weapon.
Again.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
Natural one.
The army goes in unison.
It was.
Oh no!
It was so badass for like a minute.
It was
For
so
just like
fucking
for
cool,
just
dude.
Oh,
Everything
shite.
was so cool.
Oh, shite.
It was so badass for just a minute. Like,
It was so cool. That's why I'm laughing. Because it was such a cool
I
fucking
can't have
scene.
anything like
Natural one. As you go to swing at the creature once more,
angry nose.
this time you feel threads pull against the handle around your fingers, and the creature just pulls the hammer out of your grasp, dangling it above you, using its marionette strings. And it goes, "You aren't worthy of such power." And then it drops it in between you on the ground.
I jumped like a little baby.
Give that back.
Hey, give me that. That's mine.
Does it,
I like the chance.
does it end Mountain's turn? Was that the final?
You know what? I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to do a fucking second wind.
Okay.
Regain some health, and then that'll end my turn.
All right. Ending Mountain's turn from there. Up next is Taxi.
I spin my staff above my head, and then I catch it, and I take both hands up.
You turn into a
And I
helicopter and
do
you fly away.
The biggest. I do a
Goodbye.
following after Mountain's lead. I do a big bunk.
Bro, we're just taking turns
Okay,
playing
go ahead.
whack-a-mole on this
Roll the
motherfucker.
hit.
Yeah, we
Rolling
are.
with disadvantage as a vicious monkery.
Okay. I thought you were gonna fucking like just fly away on your fucking staff. I spin it around.
I didn't mean it.
So that's 17 again.
17 just
so I
hits.
think that just hits, right? Yeah.
Yep, correct.
17 again.
Okay, with a loud hoorah, Taxi does. Ooh, 13 damage.
13
And then I
damage. Okay.
spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
All right. Go ahead.
Hiya! I go for a kick
A kick.
into its face like a soccer ball,
Kick, punch, it's on the mind.
and that is not hit. It's a 16.
16 misses.
I do it again.
Sorry, do it again.
That
Sorry,
one
don't
should,
again.
that one should hit.
Oh, sweat it.
ain't no sweat. No problem.
22,
Ain't no
so
problem.
that
Smoke.
hits, yes.
Yes, that hits.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage. Taxi, how do you want to do this?
Yes! Put it down his throat!
Oh! Okay, how do I want to do this?
Something real cool.
If you don't got nothing, I can make something up,
Okay.
but I would prefer if you.
After I go kabam, and then I kick it, I say, Mountain, pick that fucking hammer up! And then I want him
Pick
to
up
pick
the
it up, and the
hammer.
both of us raise my staff and the fucking hammer, and together we go whoopah on the marionette demon creature together.
Okay. All right.
Monk.
As you rush forward, Taxi, with your staff in hand, you go for a low sweep. You using the curving of the branches on the top, you almost hook the ankle of the creature and send it down, falling. It lands onto
Oh,
one of
that's
its
so cool.
knees. Lands on one of its knees, almost skidding forward a little bit. As it falls onto the ground, it goes silent. The dreamer. And then he looks up. As he looks up, he sees both of you standing there, Mountain and Taxi, weapons raised. It just,
Glowing eyes, silhouette body.
as the
big,
weapons
massive
fall
aura.
towards its body, it just goes, "I will awaken soon." And then the weapons slam into it, and it falls to the ground lifeless, leaving you nothing but silence in the room
That was fucking
as the
dope.
creature lays lifeless.
Fuck. Hey, girl. What you doing in the middle of this Just Roll With It episode? Damn, you headed to the end too? I'd rate you 5 stars on iTunes. Just roll with it. You got a Patreon? No, if you did, I'd already be $1 million tier. Just roll with it as a Patreon. Perks and rewards. Patreon.com/JRWI. Yeah, we got a Discord you can join for free. But there's no Discord between you and me, hypothetically. Discord.gg/JRWI. Yo, back off, bro. This mid-roll's taken. Yeah, tweet. Tweet with hashtag JRWI and follow us at JRWI show. Fuck. All right, enjoy the rest of your podcast. Roll. Skibbity bop boop baby. Nat 20.
Silnan,
Hey.
as soon as the creature falls, you hear that final phrase, the "I will soon awaken." And as that happens, you feel a slight burning pain on your left arm. And then it goes away, and as you look down, you notice that purple glow is gone completely. You can see the bandages, that iridescent glow that was happening is just completely gone.
I start to unwrap my bandages.
First thing I do after this too is run over to Sylvan.
There's no markings, there's no scarring. Your arm, in fact, looks completely and utterly healthy.
Oh. I just look at it like, hey guys, my arm's better.
Sylvan, this is great. The curse, it's gone.
Yeah.
As well, at this point, Hiltree runs up to Silnan as well, and he goes, he hugs into your leg like crying. You can feel his very wet, soppy tears staining against your pant leg. Oh, Silnan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like kneel down and pat his head. Then I realize his arm is singed. I'm like, holy shit, Velrisa.
Yeah, as you look at Hiltree's arm, where he was casting Fireball, the skin starting from the wrist is almost filleting as it's curling down from being burnt off of the muscle. You can see bare muscle coming down in lines from his skin where it's charring and just curling and peeling from the muscle.
That gross.
It's very, very horrifying and disgusting. As well, at this part, you can also notice that Hiltree's tumor has grown back to a pretty reputable size from what it was before.
Ah, shit. Velrisa, Hiltree needs your
I
help.
run over to Hiltree and I cure wounds his arm to try to
Okay.
start regrowing it.
Go ahead, go and roll that. Hiltree just sits down on his ass as you kind of just hover over his arm, looking over the wounds as you cast cure wounds.
That's 8.
So for the rest of the party, what's everybody doing at this point?
I'm just standing over this body thinking how badass that was.
I'm fucking running over to Silnan and poking his arm in every which way to make sure that shit's gone.
Make an Arcana check for me, Br'aad. What was that, Taxi?
I'm standing over it with Mountain for now, just breathing heavily.
The creature, as you're watching the creature's body, it actually starts to move a little bit, which at first makes you guys both react, getting ready to strike again. But you notice all it's doing is it's almost slowly clumping up, almost into the shape of a fetus. The way its legs and arms are just slowly contracting back towards its chest, like it's curling up unnaturally on it. While it's still deceased, it is completely lifeless, but its body is naturally curling up into that position.
I got an 8 on that Arcana check.
Okay. As you poke across Silnan's arm, you look. There's no discolorations. There's no feelings of any bizarre magic. It seems completely cleaned.
I turn around. Br'aad,
Taxi, I just want to say I'm so sorry. And Velrisa, you too, and whoever else, I don't really remember. I think I slapped someone.
Can you pay me back by helping our elephant friend here? Maybe into like a weasel? Something I can carry? Out of here.
I used all my spell slots beating the shit out of you. So no. But, well, wait. We could always come back for him, or, and I pull out my wand of wonder. Second tries the charm.
That's a bad idea.
Hey, I think it could work.
You'll just kill it.
I am very susceptible to peer pressure.
Don't.
Do it.
Please, don't.
Do it.
Guys, I think
No.
there's a little bit something more
Okay,
important
don't-
right
don't do
now.
What?
How the bloody hell do we get out of here?
Well,
Isn't that a door
I guess we can only go
No, the
deeper,
door's
really.
closed.
The
yeah.
hallway, Jared. I look towards the hallway where the wax Brendan figure was. Is that an entryway to somewhere? Does it keep going?
As you look down, what you see is the hallway cuts almost abruptly as it forms. Where this room has, it has decoration to the walls. It has, cobblestone brick that aligns the walls. But as it goes into that hallway, the hallway becomes more like a natural stone. You can see off in the distance where it elbows a couple of times different directions. You can see a few shut doorways. Wooden doors with wrought iron gating for windows. But as you look down, you don't see anything. As a distance off, it almost forks. Yeah, no, it doesn't almost. It forks at the end to two different hallways. You can't see down either because of the way they curve. So you cannot tell where this area goes or if it's an exit at all. It just seems like some sort of hallway of natural cave-like stone.
Is the
the elephant couldn't fit, could it?
The elephant will not make it down that
Probably
hallway.
not.
No.
is the captain still on the ground?
The captain is still laying on the ground.
All right, I want to go over to the captain and try and help him up.
He is completely unconscious. He is alive.
Unconscious?
He's breathing. But as I said to Velrisa would probably say this to the whole party to make sure everyone knows. But his neck is broken in 3 different places, and because of that, it's very obvious to Velrisa in her medicine check that his upper body and lower body is not able to be moved. He is completely paralyzed at the current moment, and is still he's unconscious from the wounds. He is alive though. He is breathing and he has hit points, but he is not doing great. He definitely is going to be paralyzed.
And then I'll try and pick him up.
Yeah,
if I
you
can.
pick him up you very easily with your
Yeah,
strength. You
like,
pick him up. He's
with
very
a-
heavy. He's heavier than anybody else in the party. Being a dwarf, being in heavy armor, he's heavier than anybody else. But you carry him no problem. Being you hold him up in your arms, and he's unconscious. You act very generous, very very kind, and very gentle with his body as you pick him up.
Okay.
All right.
Someone stands up from Hilltree, who's being healed. What the fuck? Can we talk about this? What the fuck? Why was Stark here?
What was your
Well,
dad
I mean, he was waxed the whole time, but it
No,
seems
Stark wasn't waxed.
No, he's very much not
He's
waxed.
very much
Mountain,
dead
by
right
the
there
way,
in front of us.
I don't know why you stopped so early. There's plenty more to
Yeah,
chop
there's
it
more
up
to cut
do.
there.
Oh, I mean, I guess I could put him down and cut him up real quick.
Wait.
But hold on,
Someone
hold on.
saw those.
What? So your dad wasn't here. It was.
No, it was
was
some
wax.
weird. What? I don't know. I don't
I
know what it
think-
was.
What?
He turned into wax.
think-
I think that was just an illusion from the demon.
He wasn't real.
From what demon? What
Right.
did we just fight?
I don't know.
The demon
I think it was
inside
the demon
Sylvan's
in my-
arm.
in
I
Sylvan's
think he's
arm.
cured.
Wait,
Can I
still in your arm.
can I examine Silnan's arm?
Yeah, no, it's fine
Go
now.
for it. Make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna cast
17.
Flaming Sphere over the
17.
remnants of Sark.
You're gonna cast what on over?
Okay.
Sark?
Flaming Sphere
Okay.
over the remnants of Sark.
You want
yeah.
So it will
Burn
just.
Viking funeral him.
I'll just.
Cremate
Of
that
ash.
bitch.
Yeah, I'll just spin it in the air and then around over on top of
Okay,
him.
so
it will just
17,
conjure up.
yeah, 17 Velrisa. You look over Silnan's arm, kind of just like very lightly brushing your hand against it, feeling for any. Usually with a curse or with any sort of negative arcanic energy, it's very easy to feel it once you know what it feels like as you hover your hand over. But you feel nothing. Silnan's pulse feels all right. The skin feels fair. It's not too rugged. It's not too roughed up or injured. It seems almost like it's completely gone, like it was never there before at all. His arm seems perfectly healthy, in fact.
Silnan, whatever that creature was inside of you, it's not there anymore. I feel nothing in you.
Yeah, I think we literally
And,
killed it.
and you seem
So that's what we were fighting. Was the
At this
Yeah.
point, as if anybody looks over, just like kind of like looking back towards that creature's body, It's now starting to turn to ash. You can see parts of the skin just slowly burning off and falling into small piles of ash around the ground around it. It seems to be after death, the body is naturally decaying and destroying itself very rapidly.
Am I turning Sark's body to ash?
Yes, yeah, you are singeing and scarring. The one as you're looking over Sark's body, just as you're charring it, he doesn't wear a lot of clothing. In fact, he's only wearing a loincloth that's tapped by hempen rope.
Oh no!
At this, when you guys fought him, he was wearing next to nothing. You see a lot of the tribal tattoos, starting from about the lower back, moving up in a V-like shape towards his shoulder blades, and they come down the arms. All these different tribal texts and stories and things you don't understand the language of. But it seems like Sark had some kind of history before, something in him. There's something bizarre about someone like him having this many tribal tattoos, I guess, is something that you kind of noticed, especially somebody like you being from a tribe, being from a tribal area. You know that someone as bloodthirsty and as ruthless as him typically doesn't have a tribe or a family. So that seems a little out there as you finish charring his body. That and the fact that he was blue, that's still so kind of up in the air. You guys never heard of a blue orc before.
Not anymore, he isn't.
Not anymore though, yeah, no, you were charring and singeing him into ash.
Charred.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll learn about it later, but definitely not from him. So I'll just turn it to ash.
Yeah, no.
Sylvan looks at Mountain.
Are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room?
No, we're not going to talk about the elephant in the room. Fuck
I
off.
fucking get that one. I get that one.
Mountain.
I get that one too, Hilltree.
I can be funny sometimes.
Are you sure we can trust the king?
What? What do you mean?
This needs to get out. Listen.
We just fought the demon that was stuck in your arm and you want to talk to me about my dad? You're just turned to wax.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but you expect me to believe that it's a coincidence that your father sent us to the same cave that this
I don't know why you would
guy
question this. Why? Like what?
You know what Sark said? Sark said he wanted Velrisa's blood. You know what your dad said? He wanted Velrisa's blood too.
Well, why would he take it through Sark? Why wouldn't he just get it on his own? It doesn't make sense.
There's not enough answers. Mountain, he doesn't hold the power in the kingdom. Where's the queen?
I don't know.
What if she comes back and you're here? She doesn't want you here, Mountain. Why were we sent here? We were told you were going to
What the hell is your problem, Sylvan?
Now we're just doing petty chores?
Where do you get off?
This is
all right?
something's
okay?
not right.
Just because your dad is wax or whatever the fuck he is, you want to come after
isn't
mine?
About my father.
My dad is wax.
I don't. I just.
Okay, I think you need to step off.
Something's not right.
I talked to him.
I don't.
It's fine. We can trust him.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe whatever the fuck you want. All right? But I thought it was the demon that was making you all fucking annoying. But if that's just you, you're gonna have to rethink some shit. Because I'm not letting you hit me again. You only get one.
Oh, now you bring that up.
Everybody gets one.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
Unless it's consensual.
I lightly punch Mountain in the chest.
That's your one.
That's my one.
You lightly punch him out and just grabs your arm and fucking snaps your elbow out of place in one fluid motion.
So I don't think this is the right time to talk about this. You know, we at least have to get out of
Seems
here.
like the perfect time to talk about this when we're in the cave that your father sent us in and trapped.
Can we get out of here first?
You know, we have the hammer at least, right? We have what we need. We could just run off with that. You could use that.
Why would we do that?
Think about it.
So we don't need to rob everybody.
It's an option, okay?
Of course,
I think we should get out of here first. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
Let's check out the door.
Anyone who's I've been possessed. Never mind. I'm going to use my staff after I'm done turning Sark to ash to cast Speak with Animals on the elephant once more.
Okay.
You're really on this elephant, man.
Right.
Listen.
No, this is gonna go awful.
I don't know if you have any ways in your head somehow of how you were planning to get out of here, but it looks like
I don't know where I am.
well, to start, you're in an underground cave where you should not be. Behind you is a vault door that is closed and we don't know how to open it. I have a feeling if you tried to ram it, maybe everything would just kind of, collapse. So, I don't know. But I just wanted to say I promised to help you, and unfortunately, because of events, I can't. And,
Jared, I have an insane proposal for this situation.
I mean, I was about to propose something right now to you guys as well.
Okay, can I go first in case they might be the same? Okay, can we somehow use this room to rewind the elephant to his natural habitat?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I was gonna say you guys could always just rest.
But the elephant will still be in the room.
Yes, but after you rest, you'll have spells that can polymorph it or make you that can assist with it.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep with the elephant in the room.
I know. I was just saying.
We can sleep here for
a suggestion.
We can short rest.
Suggestion is you guys.
Yeah, there's a very big elephant in this room.
Why don't we actually? A lot of this roleplay makes sense to do over a rest. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, that's why I was confused why you guys weren't, because you guys were literally just like having conversation. You guys could have been resting already. But yeah,
we can't.
Should we?
we can't.
Yeah.
Long
We
rest.
should probably short rest.
you guys can short rest.
We
if
should
you
short
want.
rest.
All right.
Yeah.
Short rest.
We short rest, and that's
I
what
would like
tell
to
him.
perform my song for all of you during this short rest.
What?
I'm really sorry about hitting you all in the face.
And then you all get an extra 1d8 hit points when you regen.
Can I have an
The short rest.
extra 1d8 bit point since you killed me?
Nope, sorry.
Nope, that's not how it works.
Anyway, you get that now. So that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got the whole 3 hit
I
points.
healed.
Nice.
You can use multiple hit
You
dice.
can use as many as you want.
Yeah, I used
that's right,
2
we're
and
short
managed to heal 20.
We're short rest.
Wait, how much did we gain
Yeah.
again? How much did you say we gained?
The 1d8.
You got
one
an extra
hit
DA
dice,
to it.
right?
To whatever you're.
Or is it 1d8?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's just.
While we're short resting, Sylvan wants to. Should I scale a little bit down those caves?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Everyone, don't forget you do get an extra 1d8 from
Okay,
this
so
rest.
what's everybody doing during the short rest? May I ask? Anybody do anything certain instead of just sitting around, closing your eyes,
I'm very apologetic.
napping, closing your eyes, checking
1
things?
second,
like
I'm
anything?
healing.
I'm examining
to,
Hammer and
sorry.
being mad at Sylvan.
Okay, well, you're
Nice.
examining the hammer that
So-
the captain had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sylvan's gonna look at the door, just examine the
The
door.
vault door. Okay.
Yeah.
And everybody else do anything during the short rest?
Br'aad is going to talk to Velrisa about what she saw up there because he's had this weird feeling in this
All right,
room.
we'll get to that. First, Selnan, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. And then, what was Mountain
pee
doing?
real quick,
Mountain
sorry.
was looking at the hammer, right?
Yeah, looking at the hammer.
Okay, so the hammer is
Investigation.
quite obviously not what you're here for. It's not the hammer you guys are here for. This is just the hammer that the captain was using. But
Yeah.
looking at it, you can
So we're not
you
done
can
here.
tell it's very magical, very enchanted. It's very similar to Flame Tongue. Something you've noticed about Flame Tongue is the fact that it has these dwarven runes moving down the blade that you personally don't even know what they mean. But very similar to that, down the handle of this warhammer, there are small little dwarven runes and dwarven letters implanted into it. You see a lot of similarities in the craftsmanship, the workmanship of the warhammer and the sword, to the point where, just as somebody who fights a lot, appreciates weapons and knows how to use them, you can tell that these were not crafted by the same person per se. They could have been, but they were crafted in a very similar fashion for sure.
Right.
They're extremely alike
Probably
items.
probably in a similar place.
Both elemental, both with the dwarven ruins. You assume that they were made even possibly at the same time. So they're both very old. Other than that,
19 minus
for
2.
your investigation,
I knew this was toss a coin to your fucking Witcher that we're listening to right now.
dude, it's so good, so good. Looking at the door, Stilnan, observing it. On this side, you don't see any way to release it, any way to latch it. It's a very large vault door, circular, made out of this very heavy, old, rusted metal. So it's only rusted on the sides. The actual rest of it is a very nice shined brass. The only parts of this vault door that show wear are the parts that were exposed to the outside. So just being the rims of the vault door and then the outer part of it that you can't see from this side. But,
Okay. I'd also like to recall while I'm doing this, Stark was talking to people when we first saw him. Did we see which direction those people went? Because they were looking for the
You didn't even see
hammer.
them at all.
Okay.
You
try and track
only
them or
heard
something.
them. You heard them. You could tell that they were dwarvish. But after that, they seem to just poof away And you didn't see them at all when you looked out and saw Sark standing there. There was nobody else in the room or any signs of movement. So, other than that, the vault door, all you can tell is there's definitely no release on this side. And you can't see any way at all to physically get it open, at least with your knowledge.
Well, we're not opening this door.
All right, Jared.
Yeah.
So this isn't. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is all I can do. I used natural recovery to recover 1/3 spell slot on my short rest, and I'm just gonna hold the trunk of the elephant, and I'm gonna try and dispel the magic that brought him here.
You're going to cast Dispel Magic?
On the elephant, yeah.
Do you say anything certain? Do you think of anything certain? Do you pray anything certain? What do you do while you're casting this to try to really sell it to me? Because this is not how Dispel Magic works, but if you make it cool, if you make it cool, I'll consider it.
I'll clutch my staff, which has like a lot of magical energy, and I'll try and the vines wrapped around my arms. I'll try and wrap it around the staff, and then have it go to connect around like his legs and stuff. And then I'll close my eyes. Oh, Nula, I haven't prayed to you in a while. But if we leave this elephant here, he's gonna die. Or worse, collapse the cave and he'll still die, but maybe we'll all die. I don't know. It's going to be bad. And I don't want to leave it here if I don't have to, so, if this works, I hope it does. No, I'll try.
As you're praying, you start to hear the sounds of distant winds. The sound of the wind blowing, singing through valleys, singing through mountains, the sound of it hitting nature. It's calming. You feel that connection to wherever Nula resides. You never truly learn, but you feel that connection to her world, to her realm. And you just hear her say to you, she just says, "A natural balance has been erupted. Because of that, we shall restore it. What you are doing today is very admirable. For a cat to care for an elephant is truly a display of kindness to all of the animal kingdom. You're doing good, Taxi. Keep it up." And then you feel a warmth, sort of this warm, soothing emotion. And as you open your eyes, the elephant's gone.
Where did it go?
To everybody who had their eyes open, Taxi had his closed during that. The elephant, almost like this aura of white energy. As you're looking at it, at first it just seems like this white sort of aura that circulates the elephant. But as you look closer, you see it's not just little sprinkles, little sparkles of white energy. It's actually very small white butterflies that create the aura of this magic. It surrounds the outline of the elephant. It starts to slowly go towards the center of its mass. And as it does, the elephant just slowly it just disappears. Wherever the butterflies pass through, it's just very slowly and almost magically, just this very nice, soft fade away of the elephant's appearance. And it just disappears from thin air, being restored back to its natural order, its natural life, being placed back into the animal kingdom where it belongs. It is gone.
Whoa.
He takes a deep breath and just sits down and meditates for the rest of the short rest.
Okay. It's wonderful. Go ahead and Br'aad for Velrisa.
Hey! What's going on? Over here. What you up to?
Just looking at everyone, tending to their
Yeah, I'm
wounds.
sorry about earlier with the whole kaboom on ya. That wasn't really myself. I didn't mean to.
It's not the first time.
Okay. So I couldn't help but notice when our wax dad showed up that you went up and checked out what was beyond those gears up there. I've been feeling kind of weird since I got here, and I sensed something up there. Did you see anything, or?
Well, as I ascended up there, it was an unexplainable feeling. It was almost as if I'd passed into another world. As there was a resistance going through those gears, like a gate. And as I pushed through, I was in this world of darkness where all these things were running through my head, and I was seeing all these lights, and before I knew it, I had to come back down, and my head was pounding so hard. It I can't even explain it. I can't even begin to explain it.
So you wouldn't recommend going up there?
I mean, you're free to do as you like, but also, this gem around my neck started glowing when I was up there.
Really?
It started glowing and vibrating, and as I descended back down, it faded away.
You think that could be some sort of key to your penance, or?
I can only assume. I don't know how to go about furthering that. As I entered that pastor's gears, it was kind of a horrible experience. I don't know.
What else is? So what's in this room, Jared?
So in the room,
The pathway.
it's very, very bare. As you enter the vault door where you guys first entered, there's just a probably about 20 feet or so of open floor space until to the left and right surrounding this circular podium, I'll say, a circular platform. It's much bigger than the podium, circular platform in the middle. There are just piles and piles of the sand. So about 20 feet to the left or right from the entrance doorways where those piles of sand start. So there's not a lot of wiggle room anywhere there. But then directly forward, there's a staircase that goes up about 15 feet to where the top of the platform is. It's just this large circular platform that connects to the back side of the room where the hallway is. Other than that and the gears above, there is nothing in the room.
What's that ball you mentioned in
So
the middle
in
of
the
the room?
center of the platform itself has many different, almost like braces, these large pieces of metal casting that form these sort of spiraling decorations that go around the sides of the platform.
Okay.
And they all just center around a small green orb that is embezzled into the center of the platform. It seems to be more ornate than anything else. You haven't felt anything iconic from it at all. It just seems to be an ornate design for the platform.
Jared, what check would it be to look inside myself and decide whether or not this is a good or bad idea?
To what?
To go up there?
That's very much a you decision. I mean, it would definitely be wisdom if you had to pick a check for it. It would definitely be a wisdom choice.
That is what I like to
But
hear.
I would.
Okay, so I rolled a 3. So I will now say that I want to go up there.
And how are you going to go about getting up there?
Maybe you could just throw me.
At that point, Hiltree just makes a very audible as he looks over and just kind of like opens his mouth out of shock as you say that. I think we're in enough danger already.
No, that's a pretty good point.
Why
Okay.
don't we keep going down the path?
We do need to still find the hammer.
I like it when you guys talk.
We
whatever
do.
it was.
You guys' plans are much better.
Hiltree, what would you do in this situation?
When we go?
I'll probably take one of the, and he leans down, pulls out one of the daggers, goes, one of these, one of the sharpy ones, and just kind of, one of these.
Don't do
can't
that.
kill yourself.
No.
Why not?
You want to here.
Well, let's be quite
So I would've-
honest. If I was here, be myself. No one else. None of us. Just me.
Oh, that's what you mean. If that was your
I
plan.
wouldn't stand a
You
fucking
would've been in the
chance.
first
I
place.
wouldn't stand a fucking
Oh, yeah.
chance.
That's fine. You've got us. We should continue
You
down the
did
path.
do those
Look.
fireballs earlier. That was pretty cool.
And you
He
stabbed
just
Dylan.
raises his arm and points at the singes. At the singes on his arm.
Stab. Yeah, but I mean, there wasn't anything wrong with
I
stabbing.
don't know how I did that. You think I did that?
Yeah,
It was cool. Yeah.
You certainly have the capabilities if you did it. It's not like the demon made Br'aad do anything he couldn't do.
Well, I guess that's true.
True.
Maybe we'll figure it out once we get out of here.
Maybe. Step one's getting the fuck out.
And
Well-
there is the path. And that's the only way we
There
have
is
to-
the
We
path.
need to find
At
this
this point,
hammer.
as the short rest ends. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mountain. You can continue what you were saying.
If we leave the captain here, I'm not sure how long he'll last. So we should get him out of here first.
well, we can't.
It's your decision
walk.
on whether to take him with us or hide him somewhere here, Mountain.
I mean, I don't know. He's not going to be much use to us fighting wise, and
I think you should carry him if you want to
I
save
say
him.
we carry him. I can watch his health as we progress.
If we do get into another encounter, well, we will be totally, it'll be hard, but he can just lay on the back somewhere. I don't think there's anything wrong with carrying him out of here.
we carried
I mean, yeah,
Silnus.
we did it with Selden's body all the time. Fuck it.
Yeah, we've done it. We have experience
That's
in
true.
this.
It's true.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
At this point, a noise begins to fill the room. The small sounds of crackling
Never mind.
begins to fill the room. These small little, just occasional little sounds of like little small pops, small crackles. And then a figure begins to appear in the center of the room.
Oh no.
Its form displacing and moving rapidly, trying to form itself once more. You recognize the gray skin. You recognize the long claws. You recognize the creature you just faced manifesting itself once more in the center of the room.
It's go time, yeah?
As it appears and all of you turn to see it and face it, all it does is it slowly puts its hands up and then it falls to one knee and then slowly just puts its head down.
Hey, Silnan,
Are
you want to go deal with your demons?
Maybe not.
Really?
I think you'll just
but yeah, sure, why not? I walk up.
I walk with
Come
him.
to a decision.
What?
That's
There's
great.
not
What's your decision?
my time here is not much longer. You have vanquished me. Don't let this form confuse you.
And as he says that, as he raises up, he just passes one of his arms through the other one very easily.
I am merely a whisper, an echo of what I was, because of you.
And he kind of just, he waves his arm across everyone.
In approximately another hour, I will cease to exist forever.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. This is a very positive thing for me.
I see that it is.
You know, every time we kill someone, they always come back and like talk to us like we're best buds. Fuck off!
I do not want to be friends with you. To be quite honest, I loathe you.
Hey, Tax, you still got one of those dispel magics
I
lying
just
around?
used it on the elephant.
Shit.
I know.
I want to give you something before I go.
Is it for the trouble of possessing me for so long? 'Cause that
It's
was
not
kind of a
for the
pain in
trouble.
God
I don't
damn
give a
it.
damn about you.
Then why are you giving us?
What I care about is the dreamers. Without me here, there's nothing to stop it. But if you could kill me, then by the gods do you have potential. Come.
And then it slowly stands up to go back fully bipedal. And it goes.
I will show you what you need to see.
What
are you doing,
is wrong
Mountain?
with you, Bisley?
Bisley's laughing because a fucking dog barks as soon as he got.
Imagine it barking.
He opens his mouth.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Keep going, Jared.
You're fine.
I look back
All right.
towards everybody else and look back to the ghost. Or whatever you want to call it.
You can mistrust me all you want. I'm not here to be friends. I'm not here to make buddy. That's not what I'm here for. Y'all can piss off for all I care.
Why is he? Your words contradict.
I've never been good at social activities.
Well, yeah, I believe.
If I can be as honest as I can, I hate you. I wish you to die.
Oh my
But you-
god, we
but
get
you
it.
are strong.
Just tell us.
Therefore, I want you to live to kill the things I cannot because of you.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, I mean, yeah,
fair.
we can just kill him again if he tries to attack us.
I cannot.
The-
Once again,
And he passes his hand just through his other forearm.
I am not here. You can only see me
got
because of where we are.
Oh my god, we are dysfunctional, as you can tell.
I can see you though, so you're clearly here.
Just shut up and please walk with me. I was killed by a group of grade schoolers.
I actually didn't go to school.
I didn't have.
It's
you know,
painstakingly obvious.
I mean, you lived inside me for a bit. I mean, you would know.
I start following.
I follow it.
Yeah, me too.
It just starts to walk down the hallway on the opposite side. It makes no sounds of
Okay.
footsteps. He seems to merely be like an illusion. He's just an image.
Can I insight check if this might be a trap?
Go for it. Make an insight check.
4.
Well, let me tell you, the demon has no face, so it's very hard to get a read on him. But
Okay.
it has no reason at this point, you think, to necessarily lie. It could be making it one big ruse and pretending to be an illusion, but you doubt it have enough power to do that after what it's been through.
Hey, I just stand next to Mountain and keep walking.
I stand next to Sylin protectively.
As it's walking, it starts to speak to you guys, starts to sort of ramble on about what's happening. Where we are is a time chamber. These were rooms away from the units of time, created by the gods to do their work. Here on the material plane, we have this painstaking thing called time. This horrid contraption that binds us all to a mortal will. The gods do not see this. The gods do not have this. To them, time is something they play with to change you and change the way that all of you act. These rooms were created as a place for them to do their work outside of the measurement of time. This one specifically has a connection to one of you. At that point, it turns around, but with no face. It's hard to tell who it's looking at, but you get a very strong feeling it's looking at you, Br'aad.
I glance at Br'aad.
Me? I don't know what it would have to do with me. I mean,
Wow, taxi, that's so cool.
I'm not all that special. I mean,
This is the chamber of the dreamer known as Obnoxious.
Now
fuck.
Shit.
Collectively,
Obnoxious?
Obnoxious
close
is one
enough.
of the stronger dreamers.
no.
An apparition of being so strong, so chaotic. He creates trickery with just his thoughts. He revels in the idea of confusion and pain. He was born.
Good thing that bitch got locked away, huh?
I do not know of this.
Someone kind of looks at Br'aad, like, questioningly, like, what? But you know.
Obnoxious is an ancient one, but only barely, as he is a kin. He is a kin of two of the elder gods, the elder god of time and the elder god of trickery. A bastard kin that should have never been spawned. The creation from two domains, one of chaos, but then one of order, created this hell spawn of a being.
We gotta kill it.
Obnoxious is hated by every other deity. No father, no mother, no gods above could love a man like that.
And you
He
signed
was-
a pact with it, Br'aad?
Not on purpose. I mean,
He was confided here by the elder gods, the ones who birthed him, realized their mistakes. They locked him here in this chamber. That is why the door shuts and is not to be opened from this side. He was never meant to leave this place. He was given one job, and one job alone. And at this point, you guys begin hitting the end of the leftmost hallway, and it branches out into another room very similar and designed to the first chamber. The same sort of, the same decoration on the walls and the flooring, but there's no podium, no platform in the center. There's just the walkway you're on now on the outside is an outer platform where the center of the room is fully open and suspended, where there's a long drop below, and just a single walkway that walks out towards this drop. As you enter the room, as it opens up into this chamber, you look down and you see an object inside of this hole. You see a large hourglass. An hourglass nearly the size of a skyscraper. This large, big golden hourglass, the sides of each of them having these depictions of, at first, what you think to be the heads of dragons, but you realize they're the heads of dragon turtles. There are 4 of them in total, one on each corner of the hourglass. In the hourglass, you can see the sands falling, and it's a little under about a quarter on the top. This large hourglass is also embezzled with these purple gems that all shine eternally through it. All of them are glowing at once, and they seem to not be reflecting off of anything, just giving out this natural light, sheerly from their power alone. This is what the dwarves call Unhalagtang, which simply means the hour of devastation. This is, for lack of a better term, a doomsday clock that counts down to the end of the world. The end of the world being Ungaro.
Oh, I know that one.
Ungaro is the only remaining dragon turtle from the 4 turtles of chaos. The only one left alive. He continues his trail of devastation, his trail of chaos. Almost like clockwork. Every 124 years, Ungaro attacks, hoping to take out the world, take out humanity.
Now,
Abnakshai was put here for one job. He was to alert the human race, every one of them. He was to alert them approximately a month before the clock ticks out, so they'd have time to prepare for the onslaughts that they did every 124 years, and that they were to do. To keep the material plane safe, this was the role he was given. And as you can see, and he just kind of holds his arms out to the big open room in front of you, someone left their post.
yeah, that's great. Wait, how long is left on that? I can't read these things.
This looks like a quarter, so about 30 years. So I guess we're good.
It's a little under a quarter. It's actually about 22 years at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, no, let's fuck off for 22 years.
This clock is not still in working order.
Oh, fuck.
As you can tell by the onslaughts already, Ungaro has been here. Ungaro is still here. About 102 years ago, Ungaro rose on his own, unannounced to the world. After a century or so, you tend to forget about things. The humans, they forgot about the last remaining dragon turtle. And that's where they made their mistake. That's where the Baron occurred. And that's where many lives were lost.
Mountain, you were alive 102 years ago.
You would have been. Mountain would have been extremely young, though. Because you are 100 and what now?
It's 140, but he was 120.
He was 120 before, so you would have been only in your teenage years, which for a dwarf is extremely young. You probably don't remember anything about it.
No one would have fucking cared in the Giants Mountain, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was living with giants. He probably would have never even heard about it. He was completely unknowledgeable to calamities or things that happened to society while he was living with giants.
Yeah,
as well.
One of the 4 turtles. What happened to Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael?
I was waiting for someone to make that joke.
It's a good joke.
Sorry. You know, you gotta cope somehow.
The other dragon turtles.
With impending doom.
I can't believe TMNT is canon now.
The other ones, the other beings, the other chaotic ones, they were vanquished by the human race during the onslaught before the last. So, well over 200 odd years ago, there was a group of heroes who, using the powers of the old gods, were able to pilot these ancient creations, these large suits of armor that they were able to use to fight back against these chaotic beings. Ungaro was the only one to escape back to his domain.
Think we can get hooked up with some of those ancient suits of armor?
I know not where they are.
Wait,
Gundam.
you know, I've heard of these people before, actually. Do you know what their fate was? I think I'm looking for Valentin. He's a young man, probably really old, but physically young.
Their fate, I do not know these things. My best guess.
You seem to know a lot.
My best guess is if they are still alive, they are very elderly. They would not be in any sort of fighting order at this time.
Not, the demon. What did we need to see?
What I wanted you to see was this.
And he waves his hand towards the large hourglass.
Obnoxshai, as I was saying. He was the keeper, the watcher of the hours of devastation. Him, being the offspring of trickery, thought it'd be a fun game to abandon his post, kill a couple of ancient ones and take their places. Ever since then, he's been slowly trying to work his way through the web, slowly trying to make himself stronger than he ever was. Because of him, because of his actions, Ungaro lies dormant in the bottom of the sea, still here on this plane, waiting to gather enough strength to attack once more and finish what him and his brother started.
Question.
Yes, short one.
I got a question. Hey, not short one. Okay. You keep talking about Obnoxshai, and then you talk about Ungaro. Which one do you want us to kill? Because I know you want us to kill one. Like you want. Which one?
I think we should kill both.
You want us to kill both?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Let's
to
do
kill.
it.
I thought you
Everyone
were
for agreement
killing
killing
as
both?
much
Say
killing
aye.
both.
I never said.
I heard you say aye, nay, oh, aye. So we killed both.
I never said to kill a singular thing. I said I wanted you to vanquish the dreamers.
all of them. How many are
Obnoxshai
there?
is a dreamer. Ungaro
I'm like,
is a dreamer.
the fuck? I have dreams. Am I a dreamer?
Do your
I wanna be a
dream?
dreamer.
Do your dreams create cosmos? Do your thoughts
What does that
will
mean?
the lives and the births of many's? The dream.
In my dreams, they do.
The dreamers
Yes.
are a kin, a race of elder gods that create the worlds around them, sheerly by their thoughts alone. Large, abnormal beings that float through the times of space. They exist merely to think, and by thinking they create. Obnoxshai and Ungaro both were one of these things,
Okay, but like,
but as you can tell, they deviated.
So kill him. Yes.
That
Are
is
we
what
all on
I'm
that
asking
page?
of you. That
Well,
is
you
what
could have
I
just
want.
said that. That's what we were saying in the first
I
place.
said this before. You make me hate you
Okay.
more by the second.
All right, you know, I hate you too. That's
Well,
why
you
you're
only
dead.
have
how
about
many dreamers are there?
an hour left.
The amount of
so-
dreamers, I do not know. I'm not asking you to kill all the dreamers. The dreamers are something we need. We cannot live without the dreamers. The dreamers cannot live without us. We need them. What we want to kill are the deviants. The ones that are here to disrupt the course of time. I may hate your
possibly-
guts. But that does not
okay.
mean
Well-
that I want this world to be exploded, to be eradicated. In approximately, I don't know, 5 minutes. I will cease to exist, but my form will create many more. They just simply won't be me.
Well, can you tell them not to possess anyone else?
I cannot
That'd be
control
cool.
what I am, and I cannot control what I want to do. Don't take this as kindness. Take this as opportunity.
Well, lucky for you. Without you telling us to, we planned to kill them anyways.
I'm glad to hear
Did
that.
we? Was that the... I didn't remember that plan.
I mean,
was that the
we're
plan?
gonna kill Ungaro
Shut
and
up. Shut up, someone.
You know
you.
what? You know what, Demon? With the common cause, maybe in another life we could have been buds.
In another life, I would have reaped your soul if I was strong enough.
I hope TikTok.
Okay,
Your
Mr.
time's running
Mr.
out.
Oh,
4
real
minutes
quick,
left
before
to
you
live.
like
I would have
vanish
cracked you open like a bag of fresh
Nothingness.
milk and drank your secrets
I'll
out.
fucking eat you.
We came for a hammer. Have you seen a hammer anywhere?
What about an exit?
An exit, a hammer, both.
He just raises
That'd
up one
be
of his
great.
hands, and as he does, this sort of pulsating light aura, like a ring, comes out from underneath his feet and just opens the room up and just slightly illuminates it for a split second, and then it disappears.
The hammer you are looking for is close. Exit this hallway. Take the one that was on the right, opposed to this one. That leads you to the artifact you want.
Cool. That's awesome.
As for a way out of here,
Oh,
I do not know. But now, I'm afraid my time has come. My
Booyah!
time
Okay, bye.
being here in the world of dreams is over.
yeah, that's
My
great.
soul will be wiped off. The units of time.
You can do that now. You can.
I tried to kick him off the cliff.
Your arms just go through him, and he just goes. He just looks down at you and goes,
You really are an asshole.
and then he slowly,
Would've been a
and then he
banger way to
slowly
go.
fades away, leaving you guys. in
Imagine those
silent-
being your last words.
You really are an asshole.
Wow.
As you look
That was
down
a-
once again, you see the hourglass. You can even actually hear it every time a grain of sand falls. They're so big that you can hear the impact of them landing into the pile below. Just this very.
Did we see the thing that? Did anyone else besides Velrisa see the hourglass that she was supposed to break? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
Wow, that was a very
let's go get the
knowledgeable
hammer.
demon.
You talked a lot.
Wait, did I know that the entire time? Like, he was in my head. Did I know that technically this entire time? That's. I mean, I think I did. I feel like I already knew. This is such deja vu.
That was really nice of that demon to spend his last hour of life giving us.
Well, to be completely
on.
fair, he had nothing else he could possibly do. He, as
That's
as he said prior,
could've
he was only
screeched.
able to still be here because you guys were in a time chamber where he could still manifest himself for the last few hours of his
Wait,
I'm
if
just
we're
existence.
making
on a,
fun
if
of
we're
him.
on a
I'm just making
time
fun of him.
chamber and he have 5 minutes left, then how does that work?
You guys,
We
you
have to
guys,
take
you
the door
guys,
on
you
the
guys,
right
you
to
guys
find the
exited the
hammer.
time chamber. The time chamber was only that first room.
Oh, okay.
Charlie, did you tell at least me or everyone that you wanted to just destroy Obnoxia or break your patronage
knew.
or something?
I don't remember you telling me.
I'm pretty
about
sure
a
I've
knock
mentioned.
shot.
Wait. What does everyone remember? Because I
I
could be
think
wrong.
you did tell.
I feel like you've said you wanted to kill him.
Mountain didn't even recognize
Yeah,
the name,
I think
so I
I-
don't.
I don't think that he said
think I've
that he wanted to kill him ever to anybody. I think Stillen knows that.
Well, I mean, now you
No,
know.
I'm
before we
pretty
brought it
sure. I
up.
thought he's told me that he tried to, like, you tried to kill his brother, and you wanted to fucking end Obnoxia.
No, wait. Did
Yeah,
you?
I thought I mentioned something about it.
I mean, you haven't been.
When-
I mean, I've been with Br'aad like a few
Br'aad, make an
times since
Arcana
you were
check.
possessed or whatever.
Oh well.
okay.
Here we go.
I just feel like we had a
I'm cool.
conversation
I'm cool with
about
that. I'm cool
Obnoxia.
with getting a natural one. Yes, this is the way of the Br'aad.
You don't have any luckies?
I have one lucky.
yeah.
How important is this for the plot?
Please.
I shall spend my luck point. Hang on, I landed on its side. It was right next to a natural one.
That would have been the worst.
I got a
That is
19 plus
fucking
3 that time.
phenomenal. Thank you. As you're standing in this room, you begin to feel a connection being made inside of you. Something you felt before. You remember when you first made the pact with Obnoxia. When that pact was first made,
Oh, shit.
you felt a connection. You felt when it was first signed and created, your connection to the magical web. You felt almost like a strand was being attached to you, and you feel that again all of a sudden, and it feels weird. It feels bizarre. Then as you go to raise your hand up a little bit just to look at it, you notice the hourglass that's suspended in the air moves with your hand.
Oh, boys, you seen this? What?
Flip
I
it
think
over.
it doesn't do anything, so sure. Whoop.
You go to flip it over.
You already said
you
it.
do the motion of flipping over with your hand. Well, the hourglass actually doesn't flip over. It stops. It begins to shake quite violently, almost rattling.
Oh, no.
And then it spins
Control
3
Z.
times. And when it comes back to, there's a very, very significantly smaller amount of sand inside the top.
Well,
As you're
didn't do
looking
that
at it,
because I told you
Br'aad,
to.
something that didn't happen before, but now as you look at it, as you feel the control, you see words come out of the glass, almost like they're reflecting out. This red light creates these words in the air, and it just says,
Yeah.
it says 81 days.
81 days? I say that out loud.
81 days.
81. What do you mean?
I'm sure we could probably guess. Hey, Velrisa. 81
Like,
81
80
days.
Like 81
81,
days to.
Let's
Boom, boom,
huddle.
Death everywhere.
I
Die.
wonder what it
Like
could
that.
possibly be.
I don't think we need. I don't think we
Okay.
need to huddle. to know that that's like a time
we have
limit.
81 days to kill not one, but 2 gods.
We have 81
Mostly
days
Ungaro.
before he comes and destroys
Yeah, but I
the
feel
world.
like we gotta kill both. Like, I don't know.
Do we have... Shit, guys.
That might be a world
We
record.
gotta let everyone know, right?
Who?
I don't know, the world.
Who's gonna listen to us? Oh, we gotta go kill a magic turtle. How did that go last time?
Have we ever done that?
Yeah, at the kingdom in the wharf.
Right. So, fuck. Maybe if I spin it around more, it'll go to like 82.
Try it again. Try it again.
Spin it around more.
At this point, as you're gonna move it more, it doesn't really like you can still move it, but it's moving much slower. You can tell it doesn't want to be moved. But as you move it around, the actual sand in it doesn't change at all.
So
Okay.
that's not a lot of time. I feel a lot
No,
more
it's
urgency.
not.
Let's get out of here. Let's find that hammer and find a way out.
I think you guys are stepping over something.
To the hallway.
He Velrisa just walks up. He grabs Br'aad's wrist and then looks at the hourglass and looks back. How the fuck are you doing that?
Oh yeah, how are you doing that?
I look at Hilltree because I'm rich.
What?
What?
Wait,
The
are you?
fuck do you mean?
That's right, Hilltree. If you're rich enough, you can move things with your mind.
It's crazy. I need more money.
That thing's at least the size of like a lot of inns.
Wait, Br'aad, how much money do you have?
This is a weird hole
So
that I've
much.
dug myself into here. Let's go.
Oh, dodge the question. Okay.
I mean, I have 400. I have
Let's
400
talk out
gold.
of here.
I was
Let's go get
just,
that
I was just
artifact.
messing with you, Hilltree. It's because I'm magic, and because my patron used to be Obnox Shy.
Now, used to
Is
Wait, what do you mean?
be. Yeah, you never really.
Wait, what?
Happened?
You knew this guy? That we
At
gotta
that
kill?
point,
You know?
at that point, everyone else except for Br'aad stops. In place. And you just hear a very deep.
wait, I thought I was allowed to do that. I thought that was okay.
No.
Luckily,
no,
we're in a
no,
time
no,
chamber.
No,
This doesn't
it's
matter.
fine. It's fine.
At this point, everybody else comes back. Everyone comes back in emotion. To you guys, nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. But to Br'aad, you felt everyone stop. And then you guys begin to hear footsteps coming from
Oh
the
shit!
hallway
Not
before.
again.
Not again.
Your
Not
god
again.
is the guy we gotta kill. Why would
Well, he was,
What
and
do you-
then, but I can't say
he
that.
what?
No.
Oh, he's not anymore? What happened?
What are you?
Mountain,
Mountain.
you might want to quiet
Hello?
down for a second.
Okay.
Who the fuck?
I like your
Excuse
voice.
me?
As you turn around and you look, you see the storyteller stepping out from the hallway from before. He has a
we don't have to
very
kill this guy. I like
bright
his
glow to him. Like he's wearing a brown leathered coat, and the entire outskirt of it has this white
Jesus
aura
Christ.
coming around of it, very fluorescently, very nice, very bright. As he steps out, he just has a book in his hand that's open, and his other hand is empty. He comes in, he's smiling. He seems very warm-hearted, very welcoming. He has a face that tells 1,000 words, a face you can tell. You can look into his elderly face and you can tell he's been through a lot of things. One of those people that you just looking at them, you can imagine how many stories they can tell.
Friends,
Stop right
this is the storyteller.
Storyteller. Okay.
I wonder why they call you that.
Well,
What?
this is quite an awkward encounter, isn't it? I didn't think
Yeah,
I'd
I'm a
have to
little-
step
Why are
in
you
so
here?
soon, but
And then his eyes just kind of look over at Br'aad.
What?
there's a lot of things
Who
I
are
can't
you?
describe to you right
Why?
now.
How the fuck did you get in here?
Son,
Did you get in here?
I'm a god.
Oh,
Wait, do we?
And this right here,
Guys,
and he puts his hand.
Right,
He
one
puts
second,
his hand
one
on Broad's head, almost like patting him, and goes,
This is my pupil.
Okay,
so-
okay. Guys, hold on. Do we have to kill him too?
I look at. Do we?
Do we?
No,
No?
he's very chill.
I hate to be the bearer
hey,
of bad news, but you can't.
We can?
"You cannot.
Plus, you
can
can't.
try all you
Oh,
want, but
okay.
you cannot.
Can't.
You can't.
We should.
Sorry, I didn't enunciate the T very well."
Okay, well, your colors tell me you're, the white and the glowing, it tells me you're A-okay.
This, I can't really help
So-
this. This is my reaction to the place of power. I am a deity of time, very similar to the ones you've been fighting. The difference is, I ain't so evil. I think of myself as kind. Maybe
Yeah,
not so much of a dickhead.
No, wait. Wasn't
That's
Obnoxious dad a god?
Am I
at the
allowed to
time?
tell them that you? Am I allowed to tell you or tell them that you saved me from
God.
Obnoxious?
Silnan,
Am I allowed to?
Prove it.
you're way too quick
Yeah.
to pick up on things, aren't you, boy?
Oh, are you the? Oh, that was just a shot in the dark.
Hey,
okay.
it's his dad. It's his dad.
That's the.
We're gonna
his
kill your
daddy.
What did he
kid.
say?
I am not only a deity of time, I am the father of one Obnoxious.
We're gonna kill your
knew
kid.
it. We're gonna.
I fully welcome it.
Oh,
Wow.
Do we
Some
have a
father.
lot of
I guess we
daddies
all are just kind of
going
fucked
to-
up, I haven't met a good dad since we started this
I'm
campaign,
not
damn
a
it.
dad. I'm a god.
Oh, okay. So do we call you God?
Call
or do
me
we
the
call you Father?
storyteller.
Or do
Dad
we-
God.
Just
It makes it so much
Okay.
easier. Neither.
Father storyteller
Dad
or
God.
God storyteller?
Okay, wait. Why are you here?
I'm gonna get you guys the hell out of here.
Who knows?
Because quite
Wait, we still have
frankly,
to find-
Hammer first.
you're stuck. You're looking for this, and then he just raises his hand up, and then in it
Well,
appears the warhammer hovering, like very just sort of just hovering in
Oh.
space, sort of suspended.
That is so convenient.
oh shit! Yeah, yeah. That's actually that's what I was.
It's
looking
not
for.
real, you
I was
dimwit.
just-
And then he just closes his fist and disappears. It's not real.
I knew that. I knew that.
I was about to say, do we call you God or Deus Ex
It's only
Machina?
just down the hallway. Trust me, I know this area like the back of my hand.
As we were told.
That freckle might be new, but anyway. Come with me. Let's get you guys there. But once you get the hammer, I'm going to get you the hell out of here. Because quite frankly, there is no escape. It wasn't meant to be.
You couldn't have fucking done that for the
Listen.
elephant?
You are
not
different than an elephant, Taxi. You are the heroes of the story.
No, I'm not.
I am not supposed
An
to
elephant.
intervene. My-
It's the same as
Me
me.
just being here
I
is
am an
breaking
elephant.
so many rules. But I kind of like you, so. How
Yeah,
about we
well,
not
maybe
keep you
we'll-
trapped here for a couple centuries, right?
Yeah, we only really have 81 days.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
At that point, he just turned on and he just starts walking out of the room.
We follow.
He walks,
Follow.
it's very straight path. You come out of it,
Oh.
and then you turn left to go down the other side of the forking hallway, and it goes straight into a room where there is the Warhammer. As you enter the
Is there any
room,
doors in here?
as you enter the room, it is quite dark, and the entire walls and cavern of this area is still basic stone, just carved out earth. But in the center, there is a white podium with stairs going up all sides of it, leading to the Warhammer sitting hammer side first down with the handle pointing up on a small white pedestal. The hammer is a very dark brown with accents of auburn and red. It's made from a very crude and old metal. You can't quite put your finger on what it might. It seems like a mix and combinations of different kinds of metals and alloys. You're not quite sure exactly. You'd have to ask probably a craftsmanship or somebody who's very adamant with smithery. But it looks very old. You can see a lot of the rust on it, even for a magical item. It's still starting to get rust down the sides of it. Very small amounts, something that you would assume would happen maybe in like 10 years of something being existing. But this has been around for hundreds, so it has only a little bit of wear and tear, a little bit of rust. But you look at it and you feel this energy in the air. It's not chaotic, it's not lawful, it's not good, it's not evil. It's just there. It's this deep underlying feeling. You can almost feel it near the bottom of your stomach. It's not fear, it's more like an anticipation. Like you're waiting on, like it's like that nervousness you get when you're waiting for something to happen you're excited for. That nervousness that happens, that lack of sleep the day before something big. That deep feel, that pit in your stomach, that nervousness. You feel that.
I push Mountain on the back forward.
I'm going.
You aren't the only ones here.
Go get him, Tiger.
So please act quick.
Oh, never mind. Go, never mind. Go.
Tippy toe. Okay.
I can't make up my mind. Go.
I tippy toe. I tippy toe in. I tip.
Hurry now. No. I kick him.
Okay. I walk over to the hammer. And I grab it.
Okay. You put your hand on the hammer, and as soon as you do, you feel this absurdly overwhelming surge of strength for a split second, and then it goes back to normal. You feel like this surge through your body, and then you grip it harder and you lift it up, and it feels good. It has a nice heft to it. It has a nice swing. It feels like a very well-crafted warhammer.
Hey, storyteller, am I allowed to ask if we're about to get, like, ambushed?
Now, I'm not supposed to rewrite the story, but let me tell you something. You're so incredibly right.
Wait, what did he say?
He goes, I'm sorry, but I cannot intervene. All I can do is this.
And he looks over to the other side of the room where there is just a flat cavern wall. And then he pulls from his jacket pocket a small quill, picks up the book, and he starts to write things really quickly into it, scribbling it.
And he goes, and that ought to do it.
And then he closes the book, and as he does, the wall on the other side, almost like it's being transitioned, it pushes itself down until a entryway appears from the top, and it rolls back into place very slowly and very heavily, and then it lands, leaving just a single open doorway leading to a
That is so
cobblestone
cool.
staircase that's going directly upwards, ascending.
You've got to teach me how to do that sometime.
I refuse.
Okay. Well, thank you again.
Wait, storyteller.
I can't stay long. What do you need?
You said you're the deity of time.
I am not a creator of time, merely a watcher.
Can you reverse it?
I can do no such thing. For me, everything's already happened, my boy. Your story, everyone's stories here have already been written all the way to your death. I know.
Do I die again?
I know how every single one of you go. I know everything you've been through. Your lives repeat themselves over and over again in the sands of time. Lost, wandering those deserts forever. I can do nothing to intervene with these. I'm not supposed to. I'm only doing it now because I see the way the world's going. And I'm trying to rewrite it.
I got a question.
Please make it quick.
Okay, so if our stories like keep going over and over and over again, and then you just change something, does that mean you always changed it, or does that mean it's different now?
That
than it
means
was
from now
before?
forward,
It's not-
the stories will forever be different. I have changed not only your life, but every mountain that's ever existed. You aren't the only one of
that's
you.
pretty cool.
Do you have a question too, Stonen? Please make it fucking quick.
Yeah, I really do. So like, wait, so you just changed stuff. So does that mean that in the story that's wrong? Did we win in the story? Like,
I cannot tell you the
Probably not if you
outcome.
changed it.
I am not.
why not?
If I tell you the outcome, it will break time itself. The material plane will fall into ashes. I cannot tell you the way that time goes. I will say one thing,
And he starts stepping back as he's saying this. He turns and he starts speaking away from everyone as he's walking away, but still speaking towards you, like to you. He just says,
Wait.
he just says,
your lives may repeat themselves over and over again. The outcomes are always the same, but the journeys there are always different. Think of an hourglass. Whenever the sand falls, it doesn't always fall in the same place. But once all the sands of time have fallen down, they create the same shape.
That's cool.
think
Did you
on
come up
that.
with that?
And then as he turns the corner, the elbow of the hallway, the light just fades
Wait.
from him.
We'll try and surprise you.
You should have put your hand up, Taxi.
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta go though.
And at this
Okay,
point,
yeah,
as the
let's-
light
let's
fades,
go.
the cave begins to shake.
Nah, shit.
Yeah, we really gotta go.
Oh no, the three other elephants I
And
created.
then we
They're tearing down
I
the
want to run
cave.
to the door, open the door, and get a Skyrim loading screen with a.
You guys begin running
on it.
towards the door. You guys are on the opposite side of the cavern. As you're running, you hear very large sounds of as rips of time happen. You see blue chaotic energy swirling through the air, creating these rifts directly into the material plane. These large blue portals rip open on your left and on your right as you're running towards the doors. And you see countless dwarves walking through, all of them wearing those dark black hoods from the ones before, covering everything except for the bottom of the nose and their dark black beards. They all come out with their hands behind their backs, stepping in unison. As they do,
What the?
I don't want to go to church.
Okay. You all begin running towards the door. Is there anything you guys want to do at this moment?
With the captain.
Yeah. I would assume you have the captain in your hands. I was assuming that.
Yeah.
You guys are
In the hammer, you have the
you
hammer,
guys are running.
right?
Yes.
Hammer captain.
I pull out my wand of wonder and cast it straight back into
Oh,
the room.
it's perfect.
That's
I like
a
that.
risky move. That's a risky move.
That's how we do, baby. Let's write this.
Wand of
fucking
wonder,
story.
baby! All right, I'm rolling it.
This is where Br'aad dies. Teleports him farther back into the
Can't wait.
room.
Storyteller's just like, God damn it, it's fucking this one.
I'm rolling it. D100. Here we go. Give me something good.
Oh no.
That is
Or don't. Pointing at the first dwarf I see coming out of one of those holes.
okay. So as you aim towards one of the portals with your wand of wonder, and as you cast it, it shoots a cloud out. Just a small little nimbus cloud fires out, going very rapidly in that direction. But as it hits where you centered your target, it explodes into 600 oversized butterflies and fills the entire 30-foot radius of that portal.
God
No, it's only
fucking
around
damn it,
it's a
Br'aad.
30-foot radius around that portal. It's nowhere close to you guys.
It's okay, Taxi. I'm sure they'll make it out
Just
and be
get out
fine.
of here.
As you guys continue to run, you begin to hear. And from both of the portals come these large metallic beings, these giant oversized creatures. You see on their back are spikes. Across the spikes are still skeletons and decaying corpses of past victims. On the front, you see almost like a steam engine. You see the furnace on the front, some charcoal still burning, the smoke coming up and coming out of the eyes and mouth holes on the top of this large humanoid robotic creature.
We have gotta go.
As they come out,
We
you guys
have gotta get out of
are
here.
pretty much towards the door. This way, you're only about 15 feet away. Does anybody else want to do anything as you make it towards the door? As these things, as these things come out, they both turn to look towards the party, and a single one of the dwarfs points out and he speaks in Dwarvish. Does anybody here speak Dwarvish? I don't think they do. Double checking. Mountain has never. He was not raised by dwarves. He has no idea.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, he says out in Dwarvish, and both of the creatures, they raise their left arms, and giant spiked chains fire out towards the party. Right before you guys make it to the door, and they're both directed towards Velrisa.
No. Oh shit. That's like the worst possible person.
Oh, they want your fucking blood, dude. Fuck off.
I forgot how gross these people were.
They're weird.
Yeah, didn't you? I know what these people are. I think, right?
No, probably not.
You need some pictures.
Yeah, they're simps. They want laser.
One Sims. I can send you pictures.
Stop.
Give me a second.
They're metallic sims.
So one of them is going to be
There's a
a
band
10 to hit. So I'm almost positive that one misses. However, the other one is a 24 to hit. And I'll need you to make a
That one hits.
dexterity saving throw.
That's my bad one.
Oh no.
9.
Oh,
As Velrisa's running, the spike goes directly through about her lower sternum or just beside the spine, dodging the spine and rib cage. But as it comes out the other side, it spikes out with 4 more coming out like a harpoon. It sticks into her very hard. It deals a lot of damage.
Holy shit, that's fucking so metal. What the fuck?
It's a chain.
It's a chain. It's a spiked chain with a speared like harpoon on the end of it that exploded out like a rappel and dug into her at the end. It's a grand total of 16 piercing damage, Velrisa. And then
You're fucking in
it starts
pain.
to pull her back with immense force, lifting her slightly off the ground as it's pulling her back towards them.
Okay, can I try and hand off this guy to which one of you is looking the most capable? Probably Sylvan.
I can't carry
I
him.
have the most strength.
can't.
Yeah.
I grab him.
As you drop it
hand
off,
him off to Sylvan.
I'll let you go and do something. Go and do one thing.
I just want to pull out the crazy hammer.
Okay.
The one that one. And I want to try and like go for the chain.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit on the
chain.
chain. And for everybody else, if you want to do anything about this, roll initiative. Because after this,
Okay.
initiative starts.
think-
Now that combat has technically happened, initiative has begun. So
Okay.
Situation.
I don't
Do
know.
we roll though? Like we can't fight these guys.
they do. They have
What roll
Velrisa
is it?
though.
No, I would tell you guys to go and then I'll get her.
Okay.
Like,
No, we wouldn't leave.
No, I want to roll for initiative. I have something that I wanted to do.
Alright,
I didn't get the chance.
The flat roll for that is 19. I don't know what to add or anything
For what?
for that.
Just roll to hit. Roll a hit. No, 19 will hit. So yeah, that's fine. Just roll the damage before. It's a D10 plus the same damage as Flame Tongue, and then it'll do 2d6 thunder.
2d6 thunder. Okay.
Wait, I think he's saying Are you saying the lightning hammer or the legendary
which hammer are you
artifact
using?
hammer that you just got?
Oh, the artifact hammer? Oh, well, instead of doing that, it will do a D10 to the chain, and I'll tell you the rest of the effects. Don't worry. That's a very good hammer to use, though. That's a very good hammer to use for this.
Okay.
The world explodes.
So a D10.
Just roll a D10 and add the damage usually that Flame Tongue has.
Okay.
The D10 plus whatever.
12.
12? All right. And then, as it slams down hard on the chain, what happens, the chain itself, it takes the blow. It doesn't break, sadly. But what happens is as you slam into it, a pummel of air fires from the Warhammer, going down towards the ground directly below the chain. And as it hits the stone, you see several large cracks happen in the stone and start going up the sides of the cavern wall, breaking all the stonework it comes in contact with.
Doug, did I just get the gravity hammer from Halo?
It is exceptionally strong on anything made of stone.
Interesting. Okay. Okay,
so
yeah?
Anybody above a 20?
Yeah.
I got a natural 20s, 20 plus 5.
25?
Yeah.
So,
No.
For sake of brevity, someone put down the body because he's gonna try to help Velrisa.
Okay. Well, everybody else, someone just go ahead. I have to break it to you. Someone just go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Oh god.
If nobody else got above a 20, then it's Silnan. It's all Silnan.
God, what the fuck do I do? Where's Velrisa compared to me?
So Velrisa is still gonna be right beside you guys. She's only been pulled approximately, I'd say, 10 feet back, and she's in the air. Like it pulled her like basically after it went in, it took its arm and it just heaved really hard and pulled her off the ground. So she's a few feet up in the air being pulled backwards right now, but she's still only like 10 feet away from you. And she's still within like grabbing height. She's not like super high up or anything.
But she's being pulled hard.
Very hard by these large autonomous creatures.
How's the chain look?
The chain, even after mountain slamming into it with the Warhammer, it doesn't seem like it's taken a lot of damage. They're very large, heavy industrial chains, and you can't tell what kind of metal alloy they've been made out of. But they're made of metal.
Can the thing that's been impaled her not be pulled out?
It could be. It's very possible to pull it out, but it's going to be very, very painful for Velrisa. But it would very much be possible.
I mean, we took like fucking 30 minutes to break a train in like episode 7 or something.
4. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that. It was really funny because chains are strong and you guys just weren't doing it.
I don't know why you would try and break the fucking chain.
Sorry, Velrisa. Grab her.
And you're going to try to pull her off the chain?
Yes.
I need you to make a strength check. You're contesting.
Okay, contesting. That is
that's gonna hurt.
This is a strength check normal?
Yeah,
15 plus 1, 16.
16, it's not enough. As you grab a hold of Velrisa and you pull, you feel this. You can feel yourself pulling her slightly off, but you can feel those harpoon like spikes that came off the side just digging deeper into her as you're pulling. It hurts Velrisa like hell.
Wait, how long does wait, first of all, 2 questions. Does Bardic Inspiration
10 minutes
stack? Okay, it's been more than 10 minutes. Damn. You can do it. Wait,
well,
let's see if I have anything else I could potentially do.
I appear as a ghost.
Wait, now listen, hear me out. That was my action, right? But with Tavern Brawler, I can use bonus action to grapple too. Can I try again?
I will allow you to try again.
Fuck yeah, let's go twice.
I will fully allow that.
That's a 19 this time.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but I rolled a 19 as well, and that strength is probably bigger than you. I was about to say, unless you get a nat 20, it's not gonna happen. I rolled a nat 19. Fuck, man.
Okay, well that sucks.
If someone tries to something, you're grabbing hold, you're pulling as much as you can, but you can't get her off of the grapple, and she's pulled out of your grasp with one final heavy tug. She's pulled high up into the air by this robotic creature. And as this happens, one of the dwarves steps forward. And as he does, Velrisa lands directly in front of him onto the ground.
Is she still got the thing through her stomach?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And he just...
Guys, we gotta go.
Smiles and he says, "In honorable sacrifice to Zothril."
Sacrifice? I don't like the note.
And then he literally stomps on Velrisa hard with his boot, like onto her throat, making her cough out blood. And then as he does that, he dimension doors, and both him and Velrisa disappear.
Can I do one thing before we exit this place?
For Velrisa, I don't know if it will fully dimension door. You can attempt to resist, Velrisa. It should be a wisdom save if you want to resist. I think, yeah, you can resist.
Oh fuck!
Do we not get to go at all?
You didn't roll high enough initiative. Is what Jared said before. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking gone unless he rolls really good right now.
I just sound like he did. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Natural one.
He stomps heavy, big, dwarven, like just armored boot onto Velrisa's throat, making her cough up blood and choking her as he dimension doors, and both of them disappear. After
what
that,
is the case with the rest of the room? Is everybody, all the other
I would
shit
say
still here?
after that, the other dwarves, only that one disappears with him. One of the other dwarves, the one that was standing behind him, directly behind him, almost as he disappears, there's just another one standing behind him with his hands also behind his back. He just slowly raises one out and points towards the party, and both of the giant autonomous creatures start barreling towards the party, revving up their chains.
We gotta go.
No.
Scoop
Yeah.
up.
No.
I cast Wall of Thorns. It'll expend all of the charges on my staff, separating us and them. So behind
not
us,
a good idea.
Okay.
a giant wall of thorns.
We gotta get out of here.
Why would you do that?
We have to go, Mountain.
We have to get Velrisa.
No, we have to go.
She's in another. She's gone.
Just punch him in the face. That's not how fucking magic
What do you
works.
mean?
Now
You
keep going before we
No,
go.
only
I
leave.
scoop up the captain.
we
I
gotta
scoop up
go.
the captain. And I get to the door.
Oh my god.
Is everyone?
All right.
I want to cast suggestion before I leave on the closest dwarf, the one right in who ordered the mechs. And I want to say, you want to tell us who you work for?
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
9. He
fails!
just
Tell me
completely
the
without any
information!
reaction, he just smiles and goes, "We do what we do for the glory of the queen."
Oh.
And then the wall of thorns just
And then the thorns
It
shut,
shuts.
leaving you guys running up the staircase.
Yeah, we go up the stairs.
As you're running up the stairs, the captain in your arms, everyone breathing heavily, barely escaping, thinking about Velrisa and what's just happened. Everyone feels uneased. Everyone feels unnerved. Things were going so incredibly well. Velrisa.
Taxi starts to snarl and growl and starts punching the ground as fucking hard as he can. He's like, "This is
We're still running up the stairs, dude. We're
bullshit."
still running right now.
Velrisa?
No, I
You guys
thought
are still
we got outside.
on the way outside. It's going to be a bit of a trek. You're going from underground straight up on a staircase. It's going to be a while.
Oh, then I'm punching the walls and
That
going.
works. Velrisa, you come to. Your throat hurts like hell. You still feel that boot pressing down on your body. As your eyes open, though, everything's dark. Everything's a blur. You don't know where you are. You don't know where your friends are. You go to reach out, but your hands hit bars. And as you grip onto them and your eyes adjust to the darkness and you look around, you see yourself in this rusted iron cage. And standing in front of you, you see an elderly dwarven male smiling. And he just says, "They brought me a pretty one this time." And that's where we're going to end the episode.
look who finally decided to show up. You, who's listening to this podcast. Now, this is normally the part of the episode where I read off everyone who's pledging to us on Patreon, $10 or above. But before I do that, I just want to say, if you haven't checked out our Patreon and considered pledging, you should. Not convinced? If you want exclusive Just Roll With It merch drops where we drop one and that's it, if you're a patron, you can get in on those. Not to mention all of our exclusive content in terms of one-shots we've all recorded and Q&As, and you can ask us whatever questions you want. If you're high enough tier, you can even play with us. We've done a couple sessions now where we sit down with a patron, and they've been a lot of fun. So if any of that cool stuff sounds interesting to you, or if you just want to support the show and keep making it possible, and maybe in the future, if you guys keep supporting us, we can get a little bit of an office going. Bisley wants to build a D&D table. We can have a set. Also, none of us have made a single cent off this podcast. So if you support us, we'll make sure that it goes back into the show that we all love. Okay, I'm gonna read the names now. Thank you, Bitchy Boy, Deviator, Hyper Retron, Mountains Thunder Thighs, Persisted Crib, Riker Kurotu, Wholesome, Kitsune, The Big Motherfucking Cheese, Br'aad, Saluta Tien, Melissa Honeycutt, Bella, Cadis, Chris Buck, Colton Bradburn, Dragon GU, Heck Iron Bucket, all my homies hate Iron Bucket. Jack Armour, Jay Newell, who's been a patron for 2 years, holy shit! Jessifer, Kira M, Lego Yoda, Mirren, One Sock Thief, Pun Boy and Pen Girl, Purple.pdf, Slatika Gaming, Storm, The Tibsy Totem, Tinkerbell, Vatik, Curious Cosplayer, Miss Monarch, an enemy stand user, Andrew Grabbert, Angel Fluff, Asteria Nix, Bearded Baguette, Ben Teabag, Broad Believer 123, Bugsy Burners, Charlie Vengalore, Colby, Cool Man Dude Man, Korik, Critical Miss, Cool, Die Show 420, Darnell the Cat, David F, Demo Sath, Desert Pen 15, Ender Jensen, Arusian Battle Tanager, Flimsy Dread, George Dolby, Ginger Nopals, Godspeed Iron Bucket, Hard Corgi, Huck Brace, I'm a Masturbator, Imperative, It's Drifty, Jurgen Leitner, the book collecting, dust eating rat, Jew Boy, Josh Patakic, Justice Jones, Katie Bean, Kayak, Lyric Arabate, Logan Busby, Lottie, Lyric Normal, Mania Joe, Mason McTeer, Master Matthias, Melianito, Mirth Alders, Mr. Woods, Nova Rosewood, Nuggets, Oathkeeper, Oofy, Pariah Purple, Pie Inc., Quiver, Rags, Red Ice, Rocky, Shardang, Scoat Trees, Shiny Boy, Sneaky Cactus, Squeegee Man, Silvo, Tate Roton, Thievy McSneakyson, Little Tiny Peepee, Little Wee Wee, Tiny Mr. Man, Wilbur Dunham, Zigzag Sugar, Herp, HHYUs, Kayla, Koteki, and Yeshua Bonadio. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next week.